What if we adjusted our journey and instead of heading south, we explored some islands on the way to Isandria? Because the Armator is dead, and the further we are from Aknara, maybe the safer the people are.
You know where to put it.
All right, I call shot the asshole then.
Let's go.
Riven. There's no insulation around that gentle rim.
Exactly.
Yes!
Oh my god.
The bear comes everywhere. Oh my god.
Oh my god. You guys can't tell right now, but I'm going to tell for the viewers that the party has made a big circle. And as you make your way to the shore over here, your vessel runs against one of them and
what an
cracks
absolute fucking disaster.
a little bit. 3 minutes later, you're getting close towards the coast. You crash into another rock. It now splits open the side of the boat.
Can we carry our boat? Can Cedric carry our damaged boat?
Don't you have Tensor's floating disc?
Yeah.
Well, then what's the problem?
Duration.
Yeah, well, actually, let's check that out. No. That might actually be okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Floating Fortress. Our party is cold. We're covered in snow. It's been a miserable hike through everything. But at the end of yesterday, the skies begin to clear. This morning, they got even better. And our party, following the edge of the lake, moves towards Valicia, the town that might save them. Because we're out of food. We're having to eat snow to get water, which is not a great solution. We're barely alive because of that flaming log, the ever-burning log, and the shelter that Mouton can create with his chanting. And as the town of Valicia before us, you can see the smoke rise. You can hear the dogs barking. You might even be able to hear the sounds of girls laughing on the wind. But you're coming through the snow, and you see something that gives you a little bit of pause, just a smidge of pause. You'll notice the dull green and blonde colors of this person's clothes and hair, standing in contrast to the white snows and brown trunk of the tree that they're hiding in. There is somebody climbed in a tree atop a small cliff that you're near, looking down into the city of Valicia below, gazing, looking, checking it out.
And this is like a child in a tunic with greasy...
It's not a child. It's an adult with a bow and a short sword.
Is that an elf?
Probably not. That would be weird if it was an elf. You'd probably need to get a much closer look. Yeah, they're in a tree. I see.
We go
if
on,
a person's in a tree, obviously they're an elf. I get it. Yes.
They've also got blonde hair and have a bow nail and are wearing a tunic, so all major elf indicators, if you ask me.
Tunic is just a common piece of wear for everyone, humans as well.
I don't know. Link's clothes in Zelda are called a tunic, and that's the first time that I ever heard that word. So.
I wave my arm behind me.
Yeah. Wait, before we get into this, I got a very important question. I'm casting Tensor's floating disc, right? I'm casting it 3 times in a row, and then I'm resting to get my spell slots back. So I think we should roll a dice to determine how many times I've cast it.
Great.
Since the last rest.
Roll me a d3.
Because I could have 8, 4, or 0.
Perfect.
MP. So
Nick,
if I roll a 1,
swap
then
the
it's
roll.
8. What do you mean, like reverse it?
Yeah.
No. If I get a 1, I've got 8 magic power. If I get a 2, I've got 4. If I've got a 3, I get none.
Fucking...
But I told you, man.
Right. Should have listened. What are you going to do?
Just need to learn.
It looks like I'm at the front of the party, so I stick my hand out, get the party to stop. And I raise my hand up like this, which is the warden symbol of shh. Be quiet.
Shh.
I shush.
Eliza stops talking. Or
observe this person taking very slow and careful steps. Listen and watching. Like I'm taking a step every 10 seconds. Listening and watching to what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your booted foot finds a piece of snow and slowly, quietly crunches into it. Your next foot goes forward. It's warming up today, and so the snow is somewhat beginning to melt in the trees, and there's the occasional sound of snow crashing out of a branch onto the ground below. So it's not like the still silence of a nice frozen cold. It's the kind of noisy snow of trees beginning to thaw and snow beginning to melt a little bit. Provides a bit of cover to your approach. I'm still going to give this person a chance to notice you coming in. That is still a surprise, actually.
How much closer do I get then in that time of?
You can get to here. I think that's probably where you might want to pause. Yeah, this person is maybe 10, 15 feet up in a tree. Probably closer to 10. They're out on a little bit of a branch. You can see that there's a drop-off before you, and from your point here, like looking under the tree, you can see the town of Valicia. You can even see that there's like a trail right next to you that kind of like comes up here that you would use to get in and out of the town. And this person in this branch has just like a really good unobstructed view of the town in front of them with its snow-covered thatched roofs, a couple of small little like watchtowers on the edges, a little mini, couple of like little mini docks near people's houses that look like, you know, my own little private dock for my own little private rowboat or whatever. This town sprawls along the shoreline, going kind of like along the shoreline and then only a little bit away from the shoreline in one or two places where there's like a little bit more towniness and industry.
You said the person's got a bow. Like, how are they holding it? Is it like, do they have an arrow there, like ready to go?
Their bow is not drawn. There's a quiver at their hips. There's a bow sort of tucked into their belt behind them. It's not even strung. There's a short sword at their side. They have a pack that they've dropped at the base of the tree. It doesn't look like a particularly large pack, but you can see it like very gently rested at the base of the tree so it wouldn't get in their way when they're climbing up there.
I make this move to the other wardens. Basically, like I put my fist forward and then I straighten my arm, which basically means ready and like get ready for combat, ready and attack. So if they would like to take...
I ready my charge, Neil.
Okay.
This guy's going to charge up a tree.
Yeah, you can't really charge a person in a tree, but you can ready your run forward.
That
ranged
he's
attack
probably
or whatever.
get her to come down.
And
No, I see. Mm-hmm.
I ready my charge.
I mean, I get a stone.
And I want to observe the base of the tree. Like, how many sets of footprints do I see? Do I see like multiple footprints heading like down the cliff? Do I see some heading off down this way? Like, obviously, if I look over my shoulder, I can see my own footprints leading to where my party is. Does this look like this person? Are there like the detritus of other people?
No, there's like a track that comes up here and then like a whole bunch of stomping around the tree. And then there's like a track that leads away and back in this direction. So it looks like someone has come through here and walked around a few times and especially walked around the tree. But it also just looks like it's possible that there could be a second person that like went off this way and then came back and then went that way again or something like that. But it doesn't look like a large group of people. The tracks that come in this direction look like just one set
and is the
of
person...
tracks.
Oh, go ahead.
Can I ask a couple more? Oh, sorry. Come on. Is there any signs in the town that there's turmoil?
Not that you can tell with a few seconds of watching from here.
There's no like smoke. There's no like significant amount of smoke rising.
There's lots of smoke, but that's probably just like hearth smoke. Yeah.
You describe the person's tunic as what, like blue and yellow?
Green, and they've got blonde hair.
Does it look like a uniform, or does it just look like
It just
clothes?
looks like clothes. Well, it looks like clothes. I probably should have mentioned this too. They've got the bow, the short sword, and they've got like a leather, like breastplate, essentially, like a leather chest armor on as well. No leather limbs, but the chest armor.
Are they wearing
yes.
a hood, or do they have like elf ears, or like?
They do not have a hood. They have non-elven ears. It could still be a half elf.
And the last thing that I do
maybe.
is I look over here. If I take a few seconds to like stare at each of these trees, can I see another person in any of like? Because maybe my thought is maybe they're on both sides of whoever the second person is. Can I see someone over here?
Yeah. You're starting to look around at those other trees and get a lay of the land. And as you're doing that, this person notices you. You're taking your time to like scout the area, and someone must have moved, or maybe they're just looking around from time to time. But through the getting your awareness, they turn to look at you.
Make no sound.
And they kind of just pause there.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I found you watching this town. That's pretty nefarious. What are you doing here?
I'm just looking. What are you doing sneaking up on people in trees?
I only sneak up on people who are up to no good. So
that's pretty
I managed
nefarious.
to sneak up on you, so you must be up to no good.
They hop off their branch to the snow down below.
What's your name?
And take their... it's none of your business, they say, as they grab the strap of their backpack and hoist it up on their shoulder.
I walk over.
What are you going to do about it? Who the hell... No, they stand perfectly still. The pack on one shoulder, not bothering to put it through the other arm yet. The bow kind of like awkwardly caught behind it.
Well.
Who the fuck are you guys? He takes a
roll
step
for
back
initiative.
as Mooton starts coming along the side. All right, we're in it.
Do not move.
Well, you said don't move. They definitely moved. And who cares why? I think that's everyone in the party, and this person rolls here, and high is good, and wow, we all rolled bad initiative today.
Fucking numbers, man.
Riven with the terrible roll of an 8, still going first.
I mean, I think I'm just gonna ready an attack to attack this person with my sling if they attack one of my party members.
Zephyr.
Firing into melee.
I move forward, and I'm gonna attempt to grab their arm, like just grab them. They don't leave.
All right. Give me a roll to hit as you they start to back up. You rush forward. You grab at their arm.
plus 1 or?
Yeah, just a basic attack roll off of the combat tab of your character sheet on the upper right hand corner. It says melee.
There you go.
Missile or thrown. You want to do a melee.
It's a 12.
Bam! 12 is exactly the number that you need to roll to hit them. It looks like they're going to dodge it, but you manage to grab a hold of their sleeve. And yeah, give me that opposed strength check.
I'm like, just don't move. You're not in danger if you're not up to no good.
They roll a 17. You roll a 32. You've got them gripped hard, Elijah.
You're gripping.
I mean, it seems like we've achieved our goal of grabbing them. I'll just run up and attempt to assist if this guy's tries to break free or whatever.
Okay. They're gonna make a panic check. That is actually a pass. If they'd failed, I was going to have them try and throw themselves off this cliff, use their weight to, maybe drag Zephyr down and hope that they could survive the fall and then run away. But they overcome their fear and hold their ground and say, okay, hold on. There's 4 people and you've all surrounded me all of a sudden. I feel very threatened. What the fuck is going on? Who the fuck do you think you are?
We're the wardens of Aknara. I'm the overseer. And
What is an Aknara?
Is our...
Wait, I didn't get to you to my turn.
Go ahead.
I push past and I also assist in the grabbing.
Okay. There are 3. The 3 of you, I mean, they're already grabbed and they weren't trying to run away. So the 3 of you have all, gotten real up in their business. And now they're grabbed by 3 people, which is a very threatening position.
We're not going to hurt you, but you're the first person we've seen in days, and everyone, we've been attacked a lot on our journey. We just want to know what you're doing here. Is the town in trouble? Do we need to help them? What's going on?
I don't know.
Initiate a pull from the cliff. Pull away. Let's go into some open area.
Yeah, I think the three of you
good
can just
idea.
overpower this person. No dice
Yeah.
rolls
We'll
needed.
bring him like over here.
Who are you with? Are you with anybody? Like, you have friends here? What are you doing here? Like, listen, we're tired of getting attacked. We don't.
Did I
No,
attack
but
you?
you looked like you're about to run off. You looked
What's
like you're
your
about to
fucking
run off
beef?
and tell your friends that we were here, and I don't want to get stabbed in the night when I go stay in this town.
I come up next to this person and put a hand on their shoulder and say, Zephyr is a good leader. If you tell the truth, you've got nothing to fear.
I was just looking at the town. What's everyone's big fucking deal? What, you can't
I
look at
hear-
a town now without being
Did I hear him
accused of being a
giggling as I came
spy?
up? Oh, I thought you said that.
No.
Like, what? No. Look, I don't care if you're here to rob the town or something. I just want to know that you're not like some crazy psychopath who's like killing people, or you're part of some war band. You know what I mean? Are you chill?
I'm not killing
I whisper
anyone. I
to
think you're about to
Elijah.
kill
No,
me.
we're not going to kill you.
To check. Elijah, can you check her bag?
I will extend my hands towards her
I
bag.
introduce myself. I say,
Mhm.
I'll look at her, see how she reacts.
oh, sorry.
She's currently sort of grabbed by 2 or 3 people and in a bit of like a tense state where they're not trying to. There's like flight, fight, posture, submit, and freeze. This is a freeze response that this person's in.
I start, like, taking the straps off her shoulders.
Yeah.
Like, easing her arm down and taking the strap off.
Promise you,
The straps can come off.
And then,
it falls to the ground. You can give it to Elijah, or you can look at it yourself.
you're not in danger.
I think I go through it myself. She
As
might
you're
not
going
want
through
a
it-
man going through her shit, you know?
I'll say, I think we should turn this person into the town and let them figure it. They were clearly spying.
It looks really bad for you. What was your name again? My name is Zephyr.
And give. I'm Sharpay.
Sharpay.
Do you have any qualms with getting turned in?
I have qualms with people grabbing me and robbing me of my agency.
That's perfectly
How do I know you're not about to kill me?
perfectly
you're
reasonable
not
for you
about
to
to eat
feel
me.
weird about that. We don't eat people. You know, like, hey, here's the thing.
There's cannibals out there. You never know.
If we were gonna eat you, you're already dead. What can you? The best thing for you to do would be to struggle with us. Now, why would I sneak up on you and then try to stop you from jumping off the cliff to get away from us if I was just gonna kill you? You know what I mean?
Well, hold on. That's not fair, Zephyr, because if we were going to eat her, we would want her to calm down, because if she died and she was really tense, then the meat
Cedric-
would be tense.
I don't know if that's true, but it's also not helpful.
Cedric, what do we say about thinking before you speak?
Oh.
What do I see in her bag, Neil? Anything obviously weird?
4 days worth of rations, a little scroll case, a small writing kit, a
for the scroll
flips, a whetstone and like weapon sharpening kit, some twine, some rope, some folded canvas.
You had me at scroll case.
You ignore the other things. You miss the potions
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there
I go
because the
straight
scroll
with it.
case is right and you pick it up.
I'm not trying to loot her. I'm trying to find out what she's doing.
Yeah, the scroll case opens and it has a map, a crude map, not nearly the quality of map that you've got in hand, or that Cedric has in hand, and it is specifically. It takes you probably a few minutes to recognize it because the quality of the map is not the same and the way it's marked is not the same, but the version of the map that you have or that this person has covers. Maybe like I'm drawing it here.
Yeah. And is there any markings on the map or
This
anything like that?
red area.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
I was
large.
confused by Jamie's orange.
Oh yeah, ignore
drawing.
Jamie's orange. Look at the red one.
And so,
Yeah, it's sort of this river, and then sort of the Valicia area, and some things on each side of the river.
Does that
is that the
represent a
New
kingdom
Farron
as far as I
Empire,
know?
roughly speaking?
The New Farron Empire is like a smaller section of this. It's the New Farron Empire is these 3 towns along the river.
Okay.
Could be that. Is there any markings on the map, or is there like an X on Valicia or anything like that?
Nope. It's just got some terrain markings, some, here's a lake, here's some mountains. You've got some like estimated numbers. Are you literate? Well, you can read a number,
No.
I'm sure. So you can see some numbers marked on the map. You're not sure what they mean. It's like a 2 here, a 3 there.
What are you doing?
I hand the map to Elijah.
I attempt to read the map.
Yeah. Give me let me take a look at your skills here, Elijah. You have etiquette, literacy, calligraphy, bureaucracy, bookbinding, and administration.
Yep,
This guy's reading this map for sure.
that's right.
He's built
Which one
for
do you
this
want?
moment.
Give me an administration check, please.
Administration, of course. Boom.
It's a 15. You're not sure what's going on here. Yeah.
I continue
quick
searching
question.
the back.
If I were to see this, would I know what the new Farron Empire is? That it roughly corresponds to this area of the map? Like, have I?
Yes. You're aware of this group that are calling themselves the New Farron Empire. You know that it's these 3 cities along the river. You know that it started in Alder, and then they went down and they incorporated Lutz, and then they came over and incorporated Uds. They're just one of there's 10 kingdoms throughout Ferodia, and they're just one of them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And they're using the Farron Empire name to bolster themselves.
If the map gets handed to me at some point, I will ask "Oh, are you a cartographer?" That would be my question.
No.
Why do you have writing supplies and a map? Are you exploring?
If you're gonna kill me, just fucking kill me.
No, we don't.
You better do some explaining real quick, or we're gonna take
Fuck
you
We
to
don't
want
to
Valicia
kill you.
and
We
turn
just wanna
you-
know
okay,
what's
just
going
wanna
on.
know what you're doing.
We're
We need
here
to tournament.
to fix our boat, and I point at the floating disc with a boat on it. That's why we're here.
They look over and see the floating disc for the first time.
We're magicians with a boat, and we wanted to get it fixed.
I pull it out
We
from
don't
behind
know
the
how to
trees.
use carpentry.
I go to tie him up with rope.
Whoa! I don't know if we have enough to tie him up yet. He hasn't. I don't. He? What? She has not done anything.
I'm not just gonna sit here and hold
No.
her for
I
the
think
next 10
look, she didn't try to
minutes.
kill us. I think we're good. Do you need help? Do you want us to help you with your? We have a better map. We could copy it over if you need it.
Look, I don't want anything from you guys. Just leave me alone.
Shouldn't we take this person to the town that she was spying on and turn them in?
We
We do. I speak up from the bag. We are going to need a favor from the townspeople.
It might be worth it. Listen, we're going to take you in, and if you're wanted in the
assholes.
local
Higher up.
area, it'll be a problem. But if it's not, you'll be free to go.
Figure it out, yeah. I tie her up.
Unless you want to explain what's going on here, we don't really have a choice. Maybe they're bad people. Maybe you've got a reason to be spying on them.
I don't think a bunch of random strangers carrying armor and weapons are the sort of people I want to talk to. I don't think any of you are
How do you
trustworthy.
feel about?
You're
How do you
probably
feel about
bandits.
cops?
You're probably murderers. Cops?
Yeah. How do you feel about the
I
guards?
shrug.
I think I've seen that play.
I searched the rest of the bag, Neil. Is there anything else incriminating in there? Anything else that might give them away as a follower of the new Farron Empire or as a spy or anything like that?
No, it's just some traveling supplies. It looks a lot like your
Just traveling
bag.
stuff.
Well, maybe not yours because
Yeah,
you're so
they got
weak,
it.
but like a common traveler's bag is what it would look like.
They got a healing potion in
No.
there?
In,
Not like my fucking bag, that is it.
I think it may be excessive to bring this person in. I mean,
Right.
they were just sitting in a tree watching the town. But if you truly believe it's the right course of action, Cedric, let's do it.
Yeah.
I
big
shrug
time.
and close the bag up and hand it to
I take the
someone. Either to the person or
Right.
to
You guys
Cedric.
let-
I put it on my
Cedric tie her
shoulder.
up.
I tie him up.
Just tie their hands.
As soon
We bring her.
Yeah. While Cedric is going to tie the hands, there's going to be a moment where like the person is not explicitly held down, where like Cedric's getting out the rope, and there's going to be this quick moment where they try to run and they're going to make a break for it. And determining how to escape in a situation like this can be a little bit tricksy because you're not prepared for it, right? They're hopefully catching you by surprise. So what I do want is they haven't moved. They haven't really tried to run. I want a surprise check with a bonus of a bonus of 1 from Cedric. You want to roll a d10, you want to roll d10 plus 1, and you want to roll above a 3. It's a natural 1. It's a moment where, like, they're kind of surrounded.
Is it just Cedric?
Yeah, Cedric's the one who's tying them up. The rest of you, you're looking through a bag. Elijah's staring off into space.
Well, let it be known, Zephyr was holding him. So
but everyone, there were 3 holding and then 3 let go, and everyone's been, it's a moment. They're taking their escape opportunity when they feel most able to do so. And as Cedric goes to like grab the rope out of his own backpack, probably like unshouldering it for just a moment and reaching in, they fucking bolt. And Cedric goes to reach, but the hands are slightly tied and the person begins to run. Now, that's one person. If all 4 of you chase them down and none of you are encumbered, you can probably catch them, or you could let them go, or you could shoot them from behind. But I think we need initiative.
My feeling is that if they're running, then they've done
Agreed.
something wrong. That's how it goes, right?
Oops, wrong map.
I go initiative here.
I'm going to send the result of the turn tracker, but no valid token was like, well, I guess that 1 doesn't count, does it now?
I'm gonna start chanting. Well, I guess it's not my turn yet.
Yeah. Everyone roll in.
You try and run away from someone and they just start sprinting after you while singing, like chanting. Very intimidating.
I think chanting specifically says you can't run while you chant. Yeah, because you have to be able, like, if you're running, you can't, like, you can't sing or chant songs and run at the same time. Your lungs won't do it.
And how if they've actually made it any distance. So this is an initiative, right?
Well, your chant starts at the beginning of your turn, and then you can't run. You can't move while you chant. You can't move and then begin the chant. You have to chant at the start of the turn. These interactions have been sorted out ahead of time. But it looks like Cedric and Zephyr go first. So they begin to break, and the 2 of you have an opportunity to jump on them. You can each make an attack roll at +2 for behind.
I'm also going
to see if you can grab them.
I'm actually just gonna try to hit them. Can I chant
whatever it is you
Stumbling
wanna do.
Strike,
With your weapon?
which will halve their speed if I hit them?
You won't be able to chant Stumbling Strike and then
but if I
catch up
hit
to
them-
them because they're running.
hit them right now.
And you would need to run to catch them. But you can't hit them. You don't have a sword drawn. You're not making an opportunity attack. Like, the situation is no longer... Let me move the tokens around a minute here, because they started to run.
Maybe I'm not understanding.
Like, the party is maybe backed off, and they were over here like this, and this was over here. And then they started to bolt, and they got to about here, and then we started to roll initiative, and you guys won.
Okay, yeah, I'll just make a regular attack.
So... And they're in movement. It's all kind of messy.
Or
you
like
draw
a
your
grab.
sword
Sorry,
and you
a grab.
attack them.
Well, I hold on.
Okay.
Neil, I feel like he goes first. So what he could do is he could literally walk over there. He has the movement, and then he could hold his attack for Stumbling Strike, right? If we're gamifying it for D&D.
Yeah. Well, okay, if we're gamifying it for D&D, this person has taken a full round action. They're not there. They've taken 120 yards of movement, maybe half of that through the snow. So 60 yards is 180
Well, it'd be
feet.
off the map.
So if we're going to do the proper full game...
Okay, well then, yeah. I mean, if it can happen, that's totally fine. Yeah.
60, 70, they'd be here. Yeah, not
Nice
off
one,
the
mate.
map,
Now
but they
they're
would have
almost off
run.
the map.
Okay,
All right, that makes sense.
yeah. And then Cedric goes.
All right. I run after him,
And Zephyr.
and here's my melee attack. You said with a +1 or +2 for back attack?
Yeah, are you encumbered at all?
No.
Because they are unencumbered.
My back would be on the ground because I was
Perfect.
taking shit out of it. So I just dropped the bag
true.
and I'm going. So
All
here
right,
you
+2
go.
for back attack.
Are you attacking them?
Well, I'm trying to grab them.
you're grabbing them, okay.
Can I get a charge here? I'm going to like tackle them.
A charge
It's a pretty
is like
straight
a
line.
differential in movement speed,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
It is, yeah.
They're at a full run. It's the same thing as a charge.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, so there's gonna be an extra +2 to this. The 20.
Oh, you easily grab hold of them and give me that opposed strength check with your
33.
You roll
shit.
a 33, they roll a 23. You grab them
they're
by the
stuck
back of their
dumpsters.
armor, and they just kind of like poof, clothesline and hit the snow.
I'm holding on to him.
And the party
I'm not, yeah.
can quickly catch up.
He's so quick and strong. He was off like a
Do
fucking
we get any
rocket.
insight on that, like how dexterous this person is after that?
You're fast.
Yeah, 9 strength.
9 strength. Your initial grab at them, they had
Okay.
12 AC,
We're
so they have
dodgy.
like 16
An
dex.
artful dodger.
Pretty good.
A rogue.
Yeah.
if
You
will.
grab them, you drag them to the ground. They struggle a little bit, but your strength is insane and they cannot resist.
Riven,
You know, I don't even
get
chase. I stay over here.
I'll call back. Riven, get the rope.
I-
Higher up. I'll hold her.
Okay, the rope's down here, so I pick up the rope and I
We've done
jog
this the
over.
easy way.
I jog over.
Can I search her
All
pockets
right.
and look through her things? Like, does she have orders on her? Like a message or anything?
Nope. No orders, no
As
messages.
I'm tying her hands, I look for rings,
tattoos?
not to take, to see if she's married or anything.
Is she an elf?
Yes, there are some tattoos. And there's some scarring. Not like heavy combat, not like I've had my nose chopped off, but, you know, clear signs of having lived a rough life with injuries.
Yeah.
Um,
Tough.
There's a couple of tattoos on the right shoulder. They don't have like a clear symbol or a
arresting
clear
a random
understanding without
traveler.
context. But they've got markings.
Shouldn't be doing that.
So
Citizens
far,
arrest.
I check the ear.
not an elf.
Here.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, I tie her up. Neil, is she wearing rings?
She has 3 rings on her left hand. None of them are on her wedding ring finger.
All right, cool. I don't take them.
I pick her up and we're going to take her to town. She could be useful to
Looks like we're
teach
going
us
to
a
town.
bow proficiency.
I don't think she's
too.
on her.
When you say you tie her, are you tying the hands? Are you tying the legs? Are you tying the
I am
hands
tying
and
her
legs?
hands behind
Can I
her
t-
back, and I'm going
Yeah.
to then
And then
grip
you're
her
gonna
the
shoulder
whole
her.
way. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Are you carrying her or are you walking her?
Walking
from
her.
behind. Got it. Okay.
Okay, I pick up back my floating disc.
I pick up my
All right.
bag.
Away we go.
I get her bag. So now I have my bag and her bag on my shoulders.
I can put a hair bag under the boat on the
yeah,
disc.
do that. That's fine.
Perfect.
No worries.
And we go to town.
And on the way, I'm
And
like,
you
if there's
can
a
march
reason
into
we shouldn't bring
town.
you into this town, you should let us know. Okay,
Yeah,
why?
I really
You
should.
shouldn't bring me in this town
Why?
because they're a bunch of fucking
Why?
assholes.
What did you do?
And they're gonna hurt me.
For what?
Everyone
Why?
in this town is an asshole and wants to hurt you?
No.
You guys don't know anything about this place,
That's why
do
we
you?
Oh,
wanted to talk to you to learn.
Okay. Well, stop. Well, I don't know you, and you might be from here, or you might be from around here. Okay, and
We are dangerous, but, like,
you
I
look
pause.
dangerous as shit.
I pause.
You've got spells. You've got a floating bow.
We're the good
You've got
kind of dangerous.
armor.
Well,
How do I
you're
know
not
that?
dead. You're not dead. That's
How do
you
I know?
that.
You grabbed me out of
No.
a fucking tree and tied me up.
I
You don't
snuck-
sound like good people to me.
Up on you, you jumped down and tried to run, which is what a suspicious person does.
Listen, I understand what's going on. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot. Okay, I just want to let you know we're the good ones here. Okay, we're here to protect and to serve the people, and it's all going to be okay. But you're making communications. I'm sorry to say, exceedingly difficult right now. We don't even know your name. I just think this whole operation could be running a lot smoother if, for example, you kind of opened up a little bit about what was going on.
Okay,
That's what I was saying.
Let's-
Yeah, well done, Elijah.
let's
Good
do a
point.
fair trade, okay? There's 4 of us. So we're going to answer 2 questions for every 1 question you answer to us. And I swear to answer honestly, okay? You can go first.
That sounds reasonable.
It's reasonable. Well done, Zephyr. Good idea.
Ask away. Cedric, could you put her down, please?
I will put her to her feet, but I'm going to continue holding her.
But yeah, by the ropes binding her wrists.
Yep.
Yeah. Which power do you serve?
Martha?
The power of the gods.
I say Martha.
They give a face like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
We serve ourselves. We serve our town, Aknara. That's where we're from. We don't fuck with Valicia.
You're not part of any other.
No, we're island people.
You're not.
We're island boys. You know, like we chill.
There's like a big sigh of relief that's coming off of her. Okay.
We don't fuck with Valicia. We don't fuck with the New Faron Empire or whoever those horse people are that live on the plains. I'm a fisherman. I fish. I shepherd. I'm Zephyr Shepherd.
Okay. Do I get another one, or is it your turn?
I feel like you got a lot of answers there. Why will the people in this town hurt you?
She already said because they're assholes.
I don't think that's a complete answer.
Yeah, I feel like I would not get full marks if I was in, school.
Yeah. They've already burned the winter supplies for my village.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's some kind of animosity between you guys.
I was just taking a look, see if they're trying to do some other raid, some other excursion, some other assaults.
What? How far away is your town? Roughly. Half a day's travel?
So that's time to ask questions of her.
I'm seeing how far we can get. If someone has a good question, by the way, feel free to ask.
Okay. If you're island people and you're not aligned with any of these major powers, how do you relate to the ongoing wars and conflicts in the area?
And I kind of pause because that's actually a difficult question. Like, we're not really on anyone's side but our own. We're kind of far enough away that they don't affect us directly.
We're really doing our own thing out here, you know? We're looking for old stuff. We're not really involved in politics or anything like that.
Old stuff?
Yeah, old stuff, you know? Carvings,
Archaeology,
old buildings, ancient history, yeah.
Old Faron Empire
From the
stuff.
Empire. Old Faron, the original.
the real one.
Oh. There's sort of like a nodding of understanding. Like, this is a common thing. People come to Ferodia to like dig up artifacts of the old Faron Empire, and they've been doing it for 1,500 years, maybe 3,000 years. It's a common thing, and she sort of like nods, like, okay, I get it.
You know any stuff like that?
No.
But, to tell the truth, this, I guess, doesn't count as your second question. The reason we're here is we actually got lost in a storm in our boat. We were just trying to go to the next island over, and somehow we've ended up here. We're running out of food, and our boat has a hole in it. So we were going to Valicia, because that's the closest town, to get our boat fixed and get some food so we can get back home. Yeah. Now, I imagine wherever your village is, you could probably give us some food and could probably help us fix our boat. So if you've got a compelling story as to why we should go to you guys instead of going to those guys.
Well, to answer both your questions, my village is like pretty far from here.
Where's your village?
It's closer to the East River.
I show her my map.
Can
you mark it on here?
She looks at this map and she's like, that's not kind of how I see this area, but it's probably right around here. Oh, whoops, you can't see that. Sorry. She points to a spot on the East River, sort of between Alder and Odds on the north side of the East River.
Okay, so
why did they attack your town?
Who knows? People show up one day with torches, they burn things. They don't leave a manifesto saying why.
How do you know they were from Valicia?
Because they have their banners. Recognize the old families of Valicia.
You guys had history before?
No.
Are you part of the New Faron Empire?
Look, are you going to let me go or not?
Oh,
Well,
You take me in there, they're probably just gonna fucking
Now
kill
we're
me.
not. Now I don't think we are going to take you in there because I don't want to have your death on my hands. But
that's a good point. Maybe
we're not quite ready to untie
maybe
you, though.
we should just let it go.
You know, because like I want to know a little bit more about this because maybe we can help. Like maybe we could get some food for your people, or whatever. You know, maybe there's something we can do to help.
I meant it before when I said Zephyr's a good leader. If you tell her that you're in a plight, she'll probably find herself obligated to help you.
Yeah.
What, you're lost in this
problem.
woods with a hole in your boat and you're running out of food and you're going to get food for my people? Really? You're going to travel days out of your way to feed some people you've never met when you yourself are starving with a broken boat?
It's the right thing to do.
Forgive me if I don't think you're capable of doing the things you're offering.
Did they
You have
poison
no
your
idea what we're
food?
capable of.
I just smile and I say, we'll
Elijah
always
says
keep
in
the
a
right
sudden.
thing.
I don't know. I think we should turn
Looks
this
at
person
Elijah.
in.
The problem is, Cedric, if we turn them in, that could be their death on our hands.
I don't think we should turn them in. You know, here's my take, Zephyr. I think her village is too far away from here. Whatever shit they've got going on, it's not really any of our business, and we've got other things to be doing. We can't take her into Valicia because she's going to get killed, so I think that's probably fair. I mean, I think
Someone was
probably should
spying
just
on
let
our
it go.
town. Wouldn't you want a good Samaritan to turn them in?
But that's
yeah, but
our
if our
town. We don't know these
the
people.
winter supplies of another
How do we know
town?
that they're telling the truth? You guys are just hearing them, and you're taking their words
Did
as fact.
I get the feeling that they were lying at any point? Like, how good did they lie? If they're
Give me a charisma check.
Really? Shaboom! You got a 26. Is there maybe there's a hint of like not telling everything?
You got a 26?
Yeah.
You definitely suspect that there's something slightly fishy. Now that Cedric is like telling you that you're just taking them at their word and it could be some sort of ruse, and then you like recontextualize the conversation you just had, some of those facial expressions and like movements and tics do seem just sort of like cautious and maybe afraid, but it could also easily be explained by like lies, deceit, and misinformation.
Let's take some time here. And I say, let's step off the road. I take everyone off the road and I say, let's sit down and talk me through things again.
Wait.
And I get them to go through the story again.
I kick the boat off the floating disc and I sit on the floating disc.
And basically what I'm doing is, this is like, this is an interrogation technique that I've heard, is basically, you get someone to repeat their story again. And usually like if someone's telling the truth, they'll like make a mistake. But if it's like if it's a rehearsed, like perfect story, it'll be perfectly the same every time.
The truth will have new details, it'll have new feelings, new concepts, whereas a lie, someone like, you know, goes hard on that line so that they don't incriminate themselves.
Hold on. Because maybe we don't go to Valicia, maybe we go to your town and we help you guys out. Like, tell me, like, why are you here? What were you doing? Who sent you? And I go through the whole...
My town's 5 days away. You won't get there in time if you're already out of food. They burned our food, our food stores, and they'll probably kill me.
You had like a grain store. Like, what does your town produce?
We're river people, fishing, a little bit of hunting,
okay.
a smokehouse.
Got it. Okay, and Valicia. You saw the banners of Valicia, the Valician noble houses.
Yeah, the old houses.
Do you know which ones those are? Could you describe their banners, what they look like? And I'll take out a piece of paper and I'll...
Well, give me another charisma check instead of role playing this all out. Let's just let's burn through. We could spend 10 hours role playing this.
Like,
give me that check.
Hold on, because I want to make sure I'm on the right side here. Is it 32 or 34?
34.
They're lying, man.
You can't argue those kind of rolls now.
Their story doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would this kingdom, all the way out here, go and burn their fucking food stores?
You're
It's
getting
a
the
very
impression
long
that
way.
this is like the rehearsed story that they've practiced over. It's like
Burn
they
them
burned our
in.
food. They're from over here.
Burn their
And
asses in,
there's at a
bro.
point in the story I'm like, and so like, how does fish burn? Like, you know, like I didn't know fish.
It's the smokehouse. They set the
didn't
whole
know
house
fish
on
was-
fire.
Maybe they were
I
just
didn't know
trying to
fish
make it
was
more
flammable,
smoky. You know?
I've caught a lot of fish in my day. I don't know if it lights up that well. I feel like
You never burned fish while
but
cooking?
not in a flammable way. You know what I mean? Like,
It's not like you set the fish on fire, you idiot. You burned the building.
Hold on.
Whoa,
I push
there's no
their
need for
face
that.
into the
I have a
snow
bad.
when they call him an idiot. Call her an idiot.
I mean, I feel I'm Zephyr. I would agree with you for the sake of argument, but I think they do have a point here. I don't think that this is the part of the story that you need to be getting hung
totally.
up on.
I'm just thinking
I
it just feels weird, right? And there's details and it's weird, and I have a bad feeling about it, guys. I think we should.
Come on, Zephyr. They're lying. Let's take
I have
him
a
to
bad feeling
Valicia.
about. We should take them to Valicia. Yeah, I think you're right.
What even?
Should we take a vote?
Zephyr just made the call.
What's your vote, Cedric? You want to take him?
Valicia. Big time.
Elijah?
And he goes and thinks.
I pull him out of
I
the snow.
don't see why we should do that.
Well, and I'll lay out this argument really quickly. It would allow us to form diplomatic ties with Valicia if we were to capture a spy outside and say, hey, we're from Agnaro, we found this person spying on your town. That could set us up for diplomatic ties with Valicia, saying like, hey, you know, us independent towns, we got to help each other out. We got your back, you know? Like, that sets up diplomatic ties, ingratiates us with the local nobles. Now their plans are not revealed, all that sort of stuff. It's like a diplomatic show of goodwill. And provided that these people aren't like complete insane psychopaths who will just kill us the moment that we step into the town, that this would have a potentially good show of goodwill, right?
So your votes for
I
Valicia.
suppose. Do I have Valicia on my sheet, Neil?
You do. Valicia is one of the city states. It doesn't have a sub thing yet, but if you go to Kingdom Notes, you should see
yeah.
Valicia row
I see it, I
13.
see
How
it.
do you feel about us arguing the ethics of whether or not to condemn this person to death for diplomatic benefits?
See,
They
the
seem very
problem-
unhappy.
Zephyr, the problem is Valicia is extremely isolationist, okay? They don't form ties like this. They don't form ties on a whim with a random hunting party coming into their city and bringing some criminal. This is not how they work politically.
Oh, shit.
I'm listening.
Sure, they're small and maybe the ties could benefit us, but I don't think that they operate this way. The way I see it, the cost benefit analysis here is we don't know, and from the things that I've heard about Valicia, I'm not really sure. I kind of buy his story, buy her story, and the chance of us giving someone innocent up here and having them be killed, you just have them die like that if we're not sure. I just don't think it seems worth it for the chance of maybe making connections with the city that usually doesn't make connections with other city. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
This person is a spy, and they're lying.
What if
to you.
Elijah, if we made a compromise?
You don't know that?
I believe that there's more to this person's story. What if we brought them into town, but sort of said that they were under our protection as our prisoner, and that we would not allow harm to come to them while they were in our custody?
That's semi-fair. Because
Just as a DM telling you about how like world politics would work here, if you walk into a town with someone and they want that person, like you're in their town, you're in their jurisdiction. Like if someone showed up with Osama bin Laden in New York City and like, he's under my protection, you can't have him. Like, you know, if they want him, they're not going to listen to you unless they respect you for some reason, just
Well,
as
like,
a quick heads up.
kind of, yeah, that's true. But what about like if we're gonna enslave them, quote unquote? If they want him, they'll take him. But that is true for any.
We could like
group.
demand compensation
Story,
or
you know?
justice. It depends on how strong the
Certainly.
institutions are, all this stuff, right?
Sure. I just want to make sure that you're aware that you saying they're under my protection doesn't.
Yeah.
It
It's
only
limited.
goes so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. As long as we're on that same page, we're good.
I go and whisper to Zephyr and say, you seem to think there's more to their story. If you give me a couple of hours to meditate, maybe I can befriend her and get the full story. We can make an informed decision.
I nod, and I turn to the party and I say,
I pull out her rations and I
say, let's
start
take
fucking
a couple hours to think about this.
I loudly stand up and say, yeah, I don't think we should turn her in just yet. And, we need to think about this for a little bit longer.
We could be condemning
we need to have
someone to
some
death.
empathy
I
here.
agree.
And then I smile at the prisoner, Neil. I give a friendly smile to the prisoner at that point.
Yeah, she nods enthusiastically.
Yeah.
I also give like a nod to the prisoner.
I
Got you.
I chow down.
I crouch down next to her and say, we haven't eaten for a couple of days. Is it okay if we share some of your food?
It's so polite of you to say that after Mooton's already like in the bag and eating
He
it.
is chowing.
And she just
chowing
says,
down.
I don't think I've got a choice here.
I give a sad smile and say thanks. And then I take a few things, Neil, just to tide me over. And then I go and lie next to a tree and like close my
How much
eyes
does a
and
ration
try and get
cost
my
again?
magic power back.
Yeah,
2 silver, 2 to 3
I pay
silver, depending if it's
I
a
pay out the silver
quick
for the
ration or a long
rations,
ration.
and I say, like, if we decide to let you go, we'll go into town and get you rations so that you can make it back to your town.
I sleeping touch Nick.
Okay, I go to sleep.
I give
So
you
I
the
promise
touch.
to reimburse the rations if we decide to release them.
All right. Excellent. Well, Nick takes a nap. This person's tied up.
I watch him
Your
like a
Saul's
good
sitting sort of in the
guard,
snow.
Neil. They already tried to get away
Like
once.
a good guard.
I'm not going to
Every
let it
now and
happen
again,
again.
during their captivity, can I use the stressor spell to put a little pressure on them? Just like, those ropes feel really
Absolutely.
tight, and
Yeah.
there's a little bit of like water snow, like cold water in your boot, and oh man, is that a mosquito in this weather? Just,
Yeah, you can really begin to feel the what are we going to call it? The frustration, the irritation, the like stress of the situation becomes apparent on them as they they begin to squirm, they begin to wiggle, and then eventually they begin to plead and like, okay, but stop, come on, like you got to let me go, really.
I check her bindings multiple times an hour because I saw how fucking quick she was and how dexterous she was that I'm worried that she has some sort of rope use and is slowly undoing her bindings. So I'm on it.
during the time that Nick is asleep,
Got it.
I'm just going to
Got
have
it.
small talk with them, like trying to get them to warm up to me and be more willing to open up. I'm like, listen, I know there's probably something you're hiding, but if you tell me, I can help you. But I get this feeling you're holding some, and that's it. I don't want to role play out the whole thing, but I'm just chatting idly to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They continue to profess their innocence, that you've got the wrong person, and that, you're just going to get them killed, and that their death is going to be on your hands, and you're going to have to live the rest of your life knowing that you got an innocent person killed.
Boo-hoo.
And that's their party line, and that's what they're sticking to.
Boo fucking hell.
When I wake up, Neil, I start walking around a little bit. I want to try and collect some plant herbs that I can use to make tea. And I want to make 2 cups of tea, one for me and one for the prisoner.
You are such a river... Not a river,
I'm a herbalist. I've got artistic ability gardening, I've got toxicology, I've got animal law. I'm a wannabe elf, I'm like those guys in Philadelphia whose like great-great-grandparents was Irish, and then like everything they do is about their Irish heritage. That's
You just described like 20% of the entire United States.
all of
there you
Boston.
go. Yep. So I make the tea, Neil, and then as I'm finishing the cup of tea, I look over to her and I cast Charm Person on her.
So we rested for how long then?
I don't know, remind me, if I'm sleeping, it's how many magic points an hour? It's 6 an hour, yeah?
Recovery rate is 6 an hour when you sleep, yeah.
So I think I just do the 2 hours and get all my magic power back.
Okay. So we sit in
and
the
then
snow within sight of Valicia for 2 hours.
Big time.
Okay.
And then I cast Charm Person, and then I come over with the 2 cups of tea. And I kind of like shoo Zephyr and Cedric away a little bit so I can chat
I tie a
to them in
rope
private.
to her binding to the tree. and then I will leave.
Okay.
It's good. And I go up to her and say, "Hey, I made you some tea. I must be cold sitting there like that."
Yeah, it really is.
You want to swap mugs? I say as I offer her the mug.
Swap mugs? Why?
Like in case it's just so it's not poison or anything like that.
You're gonna poison me. You might as well just stab me.
Sure, okay. I take a sip of the mug and then hand her hers and say, "I really meant what I said before about Zephyr being a good leader. Like, it sounds like your town has had a real tough time of it, and yeah, it would be really out of our way, but trust me, we've been on longer journeys for smaller things before. I think Zephyr's she's got a real eye for reading people, and I think she can tell you're holding something back. It really might be in your interest to tell us the full story here, because if what you say is true and your town's in trouble and these guys in Valicia are making your lives hard, then Zephyr probably really want to help you."
The people in Valicia have been assaulting and attacking the villages near Alder and up and down the river and just raiding. They're causing a mess.
But
They're
why, though? They're just bloodthirsty?
Why does anyone do anything? How do
And what were you going to do if you'd have seen something? If they were sending out another raid
I
or
was just
something
taking
like
a
that?
look. I was just seeing what's going on over here. It's wintertime. It's hard to travel, but the fields are fallow. The fish are not in breeding season. The animals are quiet. There's not a lot to do in winter, so I thought I'd take a trip out to Valicia. See what's going on over here in the land of the monsters.
It's pretty
They're dangerous.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you be safer back at home?
Wouldn't you be safer at home?
I wish I wasn't here. Like I said, we got lost at sea or at lake.
Yeah, but look at you. Weapons, armor, spells, magic. You didn't exactly choose the safe life.
Well, we didn't choose this life. It was thrust upon us.
Well, I didn't choose this life. People from Valicia came and started setting fires in my home.
Did they kill anyone?
Probably. Maybe
I
not
mean,
in my
your town.
village, but the other ones, I'm sure.
Why do you think they want to do that? Just to Are you part of the new
What
Farron
sort of
Empire?
bullshit empire concept is this? If we just know why someone's going to do something and it justifies their... Does any reason that they could possibly have justify putting people on the brink of starvation? What, do you need some sort of fucking excuse to allow people to behave like monsters? If only we understood everyone's intentions. What sort of hippy-dippy bullshit is that? Fucking take a stance.
It's different out on the islands. It's different out on the islands. We don't have stuff like this.
Yeah,
This is new to me. I've not heard of this before.
Well, sometimes people come and they take your shit. Sometimes they kill your family. Sometimes they burn your town down. And why doesn't really matter. What we do matters, not why we do it. God,
And if we let you go,
you
what are you going
fucking
to do? Just go back home?
half-elves.
Hey, there's no need for that.
He's a racist.
There's no need for that. I thought I made you tea, I say.
You're holding me prisoner. You've got me tied up.
I'm not holding you prisoner. I'm trying to
Then
get you
untie
free, but
me.
you're making it really difficult for me.
I didn't do anything. I was sitting in a tree.
Suspiciously,
Do you have
though.
any idea how
Really
unreasonable you
suspiciously.
are? Oh, yeah, sitting suspiciously in a tree. Oh, man, I shouldn't have crossed my feet like that.
This person's
no.
a terrorist. I'm calling it here.
I sigh and stand back up.
What
I'd
did
go
you get out of her?
to Zephyr and Cedric and Elijah and say, okay, well, she's saying that Valicia are raiding a lot of the small towns along the river near Adler. Which
Lines
doesn't
up with what I
why.
know about the city.
That doesn't
Those
fit
two
at
towns
all.
fucking hate each other.
Isolationists won't go out.
Maybe there was a recent
into
change in the
fucking wars.
leadership of the town that became a little bit more aggressive.
I know that they and Adler absolutely hate each other. That's all I know, but
We need to turn this lady
that's
in.
what I've been told over and over again.
And we'll let them
her,
figure it
Her
out.
story checks out 100%.
I think we should let her go.
I agree.
I don't think we should get involved. Cedric, they'll just kill her and then
We don't give a shit.
like we'll get an ounce of goodwill out of it.
Cedric,
What's the
what are you hoping to gain from this? I don't understand.
I would hope that people would turn someone
I
in
ask,
spying on us.
Ask Riven to step away for a moment so I can talk to them. I say, Cedric has been on a bit of a concerning path of late.
Is that the dick over there?
And I'm
Not
like,
the fat one, but the asshole.
Wait, shh. We're not talking to you.
Oh.
He says and does things that concern me. And I know that this person, there's more to this person's story, but I'm worried. My judgment is clouded here because I feel like turning them in is the right thing, but because Cedric has been so eager to do things that I find morally strange, that I worry if my judgment here is compromised. So I think I'm going to side with you and Elijah.
You think you're making the right choice.
You're actually siding with Cox. That's crazy.
You're a cleric of Martha. Come on, have some empathy.
He didn't choose to be a cleric of Martha.
That's true.
The
he's
Martha
just an
life
asshole.
chose him, and he is
Yeah.
doing the best he can with it.
Have you also
He's
noticed
doing
these
the best he
strange
can.
outbursts from Cedric?
Okay. He never used to be like this, you know. He used to be just that, like, confident guy down at the tavern, flexing his muscles, you know, working on blacksmith and shit. He used to be like a nice guy. Like, we all used to like him, and now he's just kind of being.
I still
bloodthirsty
like him.
since- I think it's ever since he
In
ate
fact,
that fish, man.
I may even love him as a fellow township man, a fellow countryman, but sometimes I'm worried. Anyway.
Oh.
I'll call
there's
over.
plenty of time for him to change his path
Hey.
with good guidance.
How about instead of letting her go, how about we send someone to Valicia to see if, this is like a wanted terrorist, or see if they're actually crazy.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Why don't we send Elijah, right? Because Elijah can just pretend to be his,
I hate the idea of splitting
old
us
jobs.
up. I
Even-
think we decide to let them
I
go
can do
and go
this.
together.
You're doing this. That's the four of you stepped away from this person who's tied up and by a leash to a tree, right? You're not
Yeah.
actually.
We're
None of
nearby.
you are with them right now.
I
I
mean,
think Cedric is.
I would probably be with
How
them.
do
That's
I
why
even-
called
You're all
over.
having a conversation.
No, because you saw how Cedric raised his
we
voice. He
stepped
had to
away.
shout
They told
into
me
the
to
conversation. then.
leave, so I
I
left.
was talking separately with
okay.
Zephyr.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice
How do-
try, Neil.
How is this even going to go? I don't know their name. Yeah, some woman. Here's their generic description: was sitting in a tree outside. Is that a wanted terrorist that you guys are looking for? Like, I just don't. And even if they do tell me that they are a wanted terrorist, how do I know that they made that decision? I
Reasonable
just
take.
don't
I
trust
think-
this town. I'm sorry.
There's enough uncertainty here that letting them go is, at the very least,
We could be.
we could deal with the consequences later. But taking them...
It's neutral.
Yeah, we just let them go. We don't say anything. We could be in the
It's
tavern
like we
by
never
now,
ran
right?
into
We
them.
could be there having a nice hot meal in the next hour if
Yeah.
we just let them go. Well,
Yeah,
no, someone's
I'll
going to have to
do
go
the
back and give them their rations now.
Well,
Well, we could be in the tavern then. Cedric, I know you want a pork pie. I know you want a nice cold beer. You really want to have to deal with all of that? If we go in there with this person, we're going to be talking to people. We're going to be
Listen,
filling in forms.
You guys have made your
It's going to
choice.
be all sorts of shit.
I'll live with it. I hope that they're a terrorist.
This is
and I
like
hope
that Witcher 2
live
quest,
to
right? Where you let
this
the elf
moment.
go.
You all are You all are so
But this
naive.
is like the Witcher quest, right? You let the elf go, and then later on, the elves attack the village, and a bunch of people die. From the information.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
going to be
hope.
like that. Cedric hopes that happens now. He's that cold
okay,
hearted.
so-
I hope that
he
happens.
wants the
I think to kind of
yeah.
conclude things, I assume we're all finished with roleplay, etc. I think we let them go, and I'll go into the town, buy rations, and bring it to them sometime this evening. I'll give them I'll repay the rations we took.
Okay.
Do they? Do they say like they'll wait for rations, or do they want to just make a?
Well,
just
you
leave?
you say you're going to let them go, and you begin to untie them, and they look kind of surprised, look between the four of you and bow their head and say
And
thank
then
you.
I
think
lean
you've
in
just
and
saved
hold
my
their shoulder.
life.
And remember, we could have done so many worse things. So please remember that if you're ever in this position over us.
I will. Are there a lot of people like you on Aknara?
A whole island full of them.
Not like us, but
With the
No.
armor and the magic?
This
We don't have a
person
lot of
is
magic.
evil.
Wait a minute. Why are you so curious about the armor and the magic?
You said you're island people, but you don't look like any island people I've ever seen before.
He's
well, I'm
kind
not
of one of them.
technically. Maybe
the
that's
hand.
why you're getting confused. I'm from Just Stars Bay, actually.
Yeah, I could hear it in your accent.
Have you been?
No.
It's great. You should go sometime.
That's why I thought you guys were part of,
But also,
aligned somehow.
Well, it's
if we find out that you've been
complicated.
lying to us, we're gonna be really upset. And I draw
We're gonna be
my
really sad,
blade.
like,
I
I'll
draw my
probably cry.
sword.
No,
it's very clearly
they'll-
a high quality
they'll do
sword,
nothing.
right? And I took this from a captain of Valicia
Mm-hmm. It's a magic sword.
because he killed one of my friends. So don't lie to us.
What do you mean?
He killed one of my friends.
Who'd you kill?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but who'd you kill?
You're so dumb.
wait, is this a Valicia soldier? Surely
Probably.
not. Oh no.
Valicia
She's
Valicia
my friend,
respects
she
the
wouldn't lie to
strong,
me.
and that captain
I
wasn't
mean,
strong enough
the
to hold
city.
the power that he tried to over my people. So I took his blade from him.
Valicia is kind of not aligned with the Varasi Empire.
Yeah, but we're meant to be
Hey, look,
keeping
it was
that
just
damn
a-
thing quiet.
It was just
Zephyr.
that. Well, look, what I said there was he wasn't strong enough to impose his will, so we took his blade. You know, he was too weak. All right.
Right. No, I think it was a good decision, Zephyr.
No, this
I
is-
think
Has
Has this
you did- I
person
think
left yet, Koibu?
It was a great call as a leader.
Oh my
Nope,
god,
they're
Cedric's just gonna
standing
kill her.
while you guys are having this conversation, and I don't know if anyone else is noticing this, but like Mooten, Cedric has like definitely taken their bow and is holding it when Cedric gives them their traveling pack back, but like has de-armed them. But you leave them with their short sword, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
this isn't
I-
for
Cedric
Ross's
is like the
Cedric,
Dark
soldier.
Knight.
like-
He's the hero we don't deserve, but the hero
How
we
badly
need.
do you want us to turn this person in?
This is a. I will tell you right now.
I
This is a Varasi
I
soldier.
turn and look at them again. I say,
I'm not a
"You
Varasi
were
soldier.
really curious about magic and stuff.
I'm not.
And remember that
Aren't you? Didn't you say you're wandering around looking for Empire, the old
Valicia
Empire
people were
stuff?
really
Aren't you
interested
also
in our
curious
island
about
as well.
magic?
And I kind of take a pause and I reach out and I just kind of like grab their shirt and I say, maybe we shouldn't let them
Oh,
go.
no.
Jesus. Martha, Varasi, Esther, Malchus, give me the strength to manage the idiots in my life.
This is so funny, man. What are we gonna do? We can't make the most
The
simple
moral,
decisions.
it's
And
not
the
that
town
simple.
is
Where
right
they
there.
go? And they, wait, but they know
The
too
town
much.
is a
Now, okay.
half mile.
Hold on. Letting
My
them
fault.
go was okay.
Yeah, well, whose fault is that?
until Zephyr pulled out the sword and then talked about
it's
it.
Now it's too much. But I can't be here to see.
Now
I don't think that was that much to reveal. It was like, this is a Valicia guy fucked with me and I killed him.
It is because they've gone missing.
Yeah, but
right?
it's like
we made it look
only
like they were
people
killed
with
by the
magical
slimes.
items are like kind of
Oh,
badasses
fuck.
or like people who are actually somebody. So you have revealed that you
Oh, okay.
killed a
Well,
somebody
I didn't realize that.
in the
I would have said
Varasi
that if I
Empire.
knew that. Fuck.
Yeah. Well,
Well, Zephyr, I think you were displaying great intentions as a leader, and I think I will follow
Fuck, we told them
whatever
too
you
much.
think is the right call
We
here.
told them too much.
I tackled
Fuck.
They're
Neil,
tackled
yeah.
into the snow again. God,
I tie him back.
Velthara! If they kill me now, please wreak havoc upon these fools.
Again,
I cast Tensor's floating disc and say, Elijah, help me with the base.
I say, Cedric, I think I'm not thinking
got
straight.
you,
Cedric,
Ruben.
I'll follow your lead. You tell me what to do. I've
hey, good.
No,
Yes.
don't do that.
Yes. Okay, we're taking this person, Valicia, and we're gonna turn him in.
I say to Elijah, Zephyr's got the
God, I just
anyway in a tie, so I shrug.
The
so
party
uncertain as to what I should be
heads
doing.
into
I don't even-
Valicia.
I'm messing up all the time. Fuck.
Oh, it's okay. Not messing up. It's fine. I just think the
Ruben
showing the
reflects
sword
on
gave a little too much info away, and in case they are a spy, now we'd actually be kind of fucked because
I did
now
give away
like the
too much
Empire would
information.
actually be on our ass. Before, I don't think it was like a huge thing if we let him go or not because it didn't really affect us too much. It would just be like
How would they?
nothing.
Okay, let's think about this one more time, Elijah, in character. Let's maybe get out of earshot of her so we don't. Is she tied back up?
I got her tied up. Good.
You retie her.
Let's maybe make it so that she can't hear us. Okay. I don't want to kill this person.
We're not killing
Yeah,
her.
just show of hands. Sorry, really quick. I just want to get a quick, temperature check on, this entire meeting on how do we feel about killing this person. Show of hands. Who wants to
killing.
kill this person?
I don't raise my hand.
No to killing.
I don't raise my hand.
Okay, who wants to turn them in to the state that
Wait,
might be
but hold
committing
on.
a genocide?
I think that's a big leap from what they're actually doing, right? That's if we were turning them in. I know I wouldn't turn them into Verasi because that would be as good as killing them. But do we know that these guys will kill this guy? Like we don't know.
We have no idea. I peek back and
They
make
might.
sure they're not doing something
They
crazy.
really
Neil.
don't want to go there, so probably.
Man,
They're fine.
I wouldn't want to go to the town I'm fucking spying on either, man.
I just
That's
Elijah.
true.
Okay, I have
Maybe
a
they're
really bad
spying
vibe
on
about
him.
this
Maybe
person,
that's good.
And I
Terrible vibe.
I don't.
They call from a distance. Why are you getting involved in other
What if
people's business?
They know too much now. We gotta turn them in. We gotta. I think. Oh fuck! I fucked up. I'm so sorry, guys. Jesus Christ.
True. It's okay, River.
You're
It's
not
okay,
aligned.
Zephyr.
It doesn't affect
We don't
you.
have to turn him in.
Leave me
Okay.
alone.
What is the word? Even if they are a
They
Verasi
know where
soldier,
we're from.
Here is the worst case scenario. A
did.
Verasi soldier knows
did
where.
did we say the name of the island?
Yes.
Yeah, we
A
said we're from
Verasi
Ecuador.
soldier knows
Fucking
where we're
goddamn
from, knows that we have now killed a person with a magic item. They're gonna put together that there was a contingent that went out and didn't come back, especially a wizard, and we are magic users. They will come right to our island and fuck us.
We're mentally fucking ourselves.
That's
Because
worst
now I'm
case
like, maybe I should just kill this guy. Like, what the hell?
That's pretty bad.
No, we don't need to kill him. We can turn him into a
Well-
non-affiliated state and let them figure it out.
Well,
As
what
long
if,
as they don't blab.
I mean, Koibu, do I know anything more about the relationship between Valicia and the Verasi Empire, except for that they generally feel disdain towards them?
Yeah, you probably don't know the disdain too much. That's that last column
Yep.
is a little bit more of like how they might feel, and they might not be projecting that too much. The present column is what you would know. So you would think that Valicia more or
Is
less just sort of
subservient. Okay.
ignores.
Oh wait,
Ignores.
it says ignores, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or ignored.
'Cause
They
that is a
feel
good point,
ignored
like-
by the Verasi Empire. Yeah.
They feel
Rather
ignored
than
by
kill
the
it, they might
Verasi
just be like,
Empire. Okay.
This is really good information that we could sell to the Empire.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so they're not exactly enemies either. So there is a chance if we turn them in that they still get turned over to the Verasi Empire, right? It's possible.
There's a chance.
Yeah. There's a chance this person isn't a Verasi soldier at all.
There is a chance. But there's a chance
You are
that they
mind
also get
fucking
turned
ourselves.
in for
innocent
Oh my
spying.
God.
be executed.
But
We're
there's a,
mind-fucking
there's a
ourselves.
chance. Hold
Stop
on,
talking.
but there's
Jesus
also a
Christ.
chance
Fucking
this
ourselves.
person doesn't. This
There's
person
a chance
doesn't
that
get
this
executed.
is Martha, who's come to fucking Earth, okay?
Yeah, I know.
To test us and to test our morals.
Well, I
and
fail.
if we kill her, she's gonna come forth, take our powers away, and fuck us in the penis hole, okay? That's also a
Well,
possibility.
there's a chance that I'm into sounding, so there you go. I think we should.
All right, party leader. It's time.
Good.
I fucking
It's time.
I
No
hang
more
my
pussyfooting
head and I'm
around.
just saying,
Make a
like, we're
call.
They haven't given us a compelling enough reason to let them go. We're turning them in.
You are a true leader, Zephyr.
Why?
You are a true leader.
No! Don't.
You have
Wait.
one more chance to change my mind.
I want to make this case.
Okay, let's hear it.
The reason, Zephyr, with all due respect, I just think personally, and you've been great so far, Zephyr, but I think that maybe there's a chance that you are making this decision because you can't make a decision on what to do with this person and want to pawn it off on someone else.
I think you're
That's a really good-
strong decision.
That's a
maker,
really
Zephyr.
good point, Elijah.
if I was
I
your-
agree. This is extremely.
It.
Yes.
Yes.
You're right. A strong leader does what's necessary to protect their people.
No.
And any threat
That's right.
to their people has to be eliminated. And you said it yourself. Like,
Based
they
alert.
know where our island is. Maybe they work for Valicia. But yeah, it should be me. I should deal with this problem. And you see my face change. I'm like, I walk over to the tied up person. I say, I'm really sorry. This is entirely my fault.
You don't have to do whatever it is you're about to do.
I'm scared.
I don't
I'm
know
scared
you.
that leaving you
I don't
alive
have any
will put my
problems
people
with
in
you.
danger. And so I take out my sword.
I don't know anything about you.
And
I don't know anything about you. I don't know anything about your people. I'm innocent.
like-
I'm not
Oh no.
part of the Valicia Empire. I swear on the goddess of death herself, I'm not part of her empire. I condemn
I lift up my
Valicia
blade.
in
Oh.
all her forms.
Zephyr.
Old?
Zephyr.
Zephyr, wait.
Zephyr, no! I start running over.
I should have stuck with my gun. Get the fuck out of here.
I get up and run.
I keep the bow.
Oh.
I think you get the bow and the bag. They run without anything.
Let's go.
I put my sword away.
Good decision, Zephyr.
I walk over to Zephyr and put my hand on her shoulder. Thank you, Zephyr. You're an amazing leader, and I think you did the right
I don't
thing.
think we know enough
I
to
think
to
you
make
made the right
decision,
call
but
too.
Let's
Wow.
go get this boat fixed.
And some meat pies. Am I right, lads?
Yeah.
All right.
Riven looks at Elijah with admiration here. Because Riven was too much of a coward to really stand up for the right thing there. But Elijah really sort of saved the day and made the right call. And went against his own instincts of sucking up to Zephyr as well. To try and save this person's life. Riven's like very taken by it. I don't say anything. I'm just sort of watching him and all.
I can only hope we go in here and there's
on
one
the way in, I take a moment.
Yeah.
Child murderer.
I take a moment and I talk to Elijah and I said, you know, I never expected such decisive commentary from you. Thank you.
Listen, and I just wanted to say, Zephyr, real quick, I apologize for being out of line and for criticizing your leadership there. I just felt I do think that you are always a decisive and strong leader. And if I was out of line at all,
I put my hand on his
apologize
shoulder
and I
and I
understand
say,
if that wasn't it will not.
If a strong leader can't take criticism, then they're a weak leader. Malchus chose me for a reason. The strong will survive.
That's right. Very, very well said. You are, Zephyr, I think you are the best person I've ever met at taking criticism.
I go up to Riven and I poke them in their chest, and I say, "You're a coward."
So what? You're a bloodthirsty thug.
If I was bloodthirsty, I would have killed him.
You're a coward too. You look scared. Like Zephyr would have been annoyed at you if you did that.
Oh, I would. Why would I kill them? They didn't spy on my town. I'll tell you, if that person was spying on my town, I would have killed him.
I'm just scared for all the people back home. I don't want anyone to come to any harm. And you saying that they were a Valicia soldier, it made me. I guess I was, willing to let them die to help myself.
No, Ribbon, you're just scared. Period.
I push the floating disc and walk a bit faster to get away from Cedric.
I'll let you walk. Sit in that.
You're in the town because it's not that far away. It's been a 5-minute walk for the past 2.5 hours. And now 5 minutes have passed, and you guys come into the town of Valicia. This is a rough approximation of it. This map is not perfect. The town continues along the coastlines a little bit, where it actually spreads out a little bit more into small houses and little farms and little shops and whatnot. And this is more of the heart of the city with its two little death moats.
Huge.
Can I take out of character for a second? How long, Neil, did you expect that little tree encounter to last? Because that just took an hour and a half.
That was fun,
I
though,
no
right?
longer try to have expectations. Just live in the moment.
It was good.
I really impressed with
really
our
cool.
ability to, I don't know, properly roleplay everything.
Felt a bit like the Hateful Eight, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Well, into the town we go. And as you come in, you will be spotted by some folks there, and you'll notice they see you in your gleaming armor, your floating disc with a boat on top of it, and people just give you a fuck ton of room, at least as you start to come in from the edges. But as you start to get closer towards this section of the town that you can see on the map here, you will see some dust being kicked up and what looks like a group of knights riding on a horseback down the city streets to meet you. You see 8 mounted knights.
Oh shit!
Coming towards you.
Did you walking down the road? Because I
Heroes.
assume they're not looking for us. We just
I stop.
Yeah, I just keep going.
Oh.
They're probably looking for the terrorist.
Yeah. You guys kind of get off the road and they pull up in front of you. One of them's got a little small banner with a green field and a blue fish over it. And the lead knight. Yes, it does. And the lead knight, once they get up to you, they draw their sword and kind of hold it aloft and say, "You there! Who are you? And what are you doing in Valicia?"
My own sword. And I nudge Elijah and I say, "Hand, speak for me."
What question did they ask exactly? Sorry.
Who are you and what are you doing in Valicia?
Guys, did we talk about beforehand what our story is, or are we just winging it? Or
The truth.
Excuse
will set
me.
you free.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We are from Eknara, and we're sorry to bother you in your beautiful town, but we were out on the lake and we got lost at lake for quite a lot of time and stranded here in our boat. I point towards it. We have it with us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on the floating disc.
Yeah. I point towards the boat. We just need to get our boat repaired so we can move on with our travels. We don't mean any harm or to disturb anyone.
You, sir, are a liar. I recognize the accent of Justar's Bay. I've spent many years there, says the knight. You're recognizing he's an older dude. This guy's got to be 50 or 60 years old. Yeah, he's a much older man.
You're from Justar's Bay as well. Yeah, me too. I'm with them. They're from Ignara. I'm not, but I was. I'm affiliated with them. I'm a bureaucrat actually from Ignara who from Justar's Bay who works in Ignara, an accountant.
The knight points his sword towards Zephyr and says, "You there, speak."
I sound
How
like
do you
the
sound?
island people of Aknara. What my clerk,
Is
I
this
swear
man's
to
words
you,
true?
upon all the gods, that this man's words are true.
You guys usually
See.
greet people with 8 nights?
It seems your town is on
Well,
edge.
Things aren't hard. I apologize for this greeting, but you can never be too careful with outsiders, especially
point.
in the heart of winter. Very few people have reason to travel during these times, and those that do bring woe with them wherever they go.
I will have to remember that.
doubt
Wise
that.
words.
Please, he sheathes the sword. Forgive my impudence. We have no problems with the people of the islands. And then
Who
he
do you have
continues to
problems
talk to
with?
Zephyr.
Yes.
Why do you bring a Justar's Bay bureaucrat with you? Who is this man?
He happened to be
Is
he
he a
happened to be
danger?
upon our island when it was discovered that he had ancestry. He bore the mark of a warden, the ancient order that protects the island, and we offered him a place in our society, and he gladly took it. Well, he was slightly reluctant at first.
Has he made oaths?
I'm not sure which oaths he has made, but he
Has he made oaths to the wardens of Aknara?
has sworn the basic oaths, yes, to be a warden.
Okay. He nods as if like this is sufficient enough to trust him. Well,
Have you spoke to our mayor?
I have not.
The lines of communication are
He visited
difficult across the land.
He wouldn't have come this far, surely, Cedric.
Well, I'm only asking because he knew about like the oaths, right? It seemed a bit
He's an older dude.
interesting.
people far and wide know of the oaths of the wardens.
We are a bumfuck town
Holy shit!
that no one
Yeah.
should or
This
will
map
give
has a
fuck
stick
about.
man! Bros,
Don't
look!
say that.
It's got a stick dude!
Oh, it does actually.
Wow.
Say that.
Oh.
It's called a stick man!
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. Powerful knight.
Aye.
Do you perhaps know of someone in town who could help us with our boat?
A shipbuilder, carpenter.
And perhaps somewhere where we could dry off and get some food and something to drink. And a
There's
rest.
a tavern in town that could use your patronage, and there are some locals who work with ships. We boat on the lake. They would be happy for your services and your coinage.
Fantastic.
I must ask you, have you seen anything on your approach to town?
like
Any- There was
There's a lot
a
of
fire
snow.
last night.
what? Trees?
Fire.
You did this.
We saw
Yes.
a young fellow who was watching the town.
You did.
We interrogated
Yes.
him, and his story didn't seem to have any suspicion on it. And,
Which way did he go?
well, I'm not sure.
I point the direction that he went.
The knight looks at the others and holds up 4 fingers and just sort of points in that direction. The snow, their tracks through the snow should give us plenty of
Let's go.
way to find them.
Get his ass.
We might be seeing like
He
we might
is
be
a
seeing her again.
terrorist, man.
Can't
We
believe he
we
was a
searched his
terrorist after all.
belongings and investigated him. He didn't seem to have any fire-making tools or anything like that on him. Just seemed
I
like a
pull off
scribe.
his bag and I hand it over here.
Yeah, he ran off without his bag, actually. She.
Yeah. I
The
give him the
person
bag.
looks through the bag. They'll pull out the little map and shake their head, just as I thought. The New Farron Empire has been making inroads to conquer Valicia. We are their latest target this winter. On the New Year's night,
I snapped my foot on the ground.
their assassins slipped into the walls, into the
I knew
town,
it.
and murdered our clerics.
Really?
And just last night, a fire was set in one of our drying houses, and a good deal of.
Smoked
We're doing our
fish.
best to hold them off, and I think I am thankful for the winter and the heavy snows, for it buys us time.
I try and tell if they're lying. I roll a charisma check.
Please roll me a charisma check.
Yeah.
You roll a 23.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you think they're telling
Sure,
the
while we're
truth.
here, we can provide some aid.
God damn it.
Yeah,
okay,
if anybody
we can take care
needs-
of our own.
If anybody needs healing or anything like that, I can.
We are
I can
capable healers.
You're a cleric?
That's correct.
I nod. And also, I point on their
I
map.
don't see any holy symbols upon you.
I'm a cleric of Martha. I point on the
Where-
map. I
where's
change
your-
the subject. I point on the map and I
Mhm.
say, "This is where they said their town was."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that'll help you, but
Thank you, good citizen.
They-
What is your name?
Cedric.
Cedric. Thank you, Cedric. And you? He says,
Father
looking
Cedric.
to
Zephyr
Zephyr.
Shepherd. This is Elijah and Riven. And what was your name again?
My name is Kel Cora. Yes.
El Cola.
Nice to meet you, Kel Cora. You
Tora.
know,
Tora with his
Tora.
T.
Tora, this person, I look side to side a little bit. I look at Elijah and then look back to them and say, this person said that raiders from Valicia burned his food stores.
He was very convincing.
A likely lie. If they are if they are the person who set fires here, then they were just telling you what they had done and passing it off as crimes against them. A common technique amongst charlatans and hucksters. They tell you that they are the victims of the very crimes they perpetrate.
And that's what we said too, right? We're like likely story is what we said. And but I mean, it was honestly we wanted to capture them and bring them in here, but it was just in that moment I
understand.
I shake
Yeah.
It was not
my
your
head.
business to get
I should have
involved.
listened to my gut.
But I
I'm so
appreciate
fucking
you.
mad that I let that character. I'm just so mad that I let him go. But I also,
That's what you said
but
when
I
you
also feel
decided
like,
to not kill
I
him.
also feel like that no matter what we did, Neil would have told us. He would have set this up to fuck. He would have set this up to fuck with
Yeah,
me,
it's true.
guaranteed.
Well, no, I think this
That's
is.
what-
I think this
I
is
would
the
never
never.
kill
killed them
ourselves
and we
feel
come into the
better.
town.
Get
Neil
him,
would've
kill
been
him,
like-
he's one of those guys.
the knights are coming. They're like, I'm looking for my daughter, my precious daughter. She was gonna help the orphan. She was gonna help out in the orphanage. Have you guys seen her?
I would never do that.
I think we got the good
that-
ending. They're gonna find him.
Yeah, we'll see them dragged up into the town.
I
by
hope
tomorrow
they're in the
morning,
gallows tomorrow.
Well-
you can come into the town. The night's right away.
probably. Yeah, I say to Zephyr, let's try and not worry about it too much. Like you said, we shouldn't have got involved.
I
But,
fucking told you. I told you. He points to each one. I told you. I told you. I told you. You need to listen to me next
I
time.
think you might be right, Cedric. I should have listened to my gut. I don't know what I was thinking.
We're swayed by
Even a broken clock
I'm
is
Elijah's
right
not as strong
twice
a
a day.
leader as I thought.
swift words.
While we're in town, Zephyr, is it worth inquiring as to relics of the past here, do you think? Or should we just be on our way back to our getting our boat fixed and getting
Let's
back onto
chat
the
about
lake?
that over a meat pie and a beer. I could use a
Yes,
I could use a bit of
good
warmth.
idea.
Please, God, I've missed meat pies. I haven't had a meat pie in we don't have them on Ignora. Why you guys not make meat pies on Ignora, man?
We make cream pies on Eknara.
Yeah, they're disgusting. They taste like your cream pies are like salty and
We
the
use
filling's like
slightly
sticky and
fermented
it's
goat
weird,
cheese, so it's
man.
kind of like that kind of tacky,
Dude.
like gooey, like flubber.
Ugh.
Speaking of cream pies, do you guys remember that fucking bear?
Oh, we're gonna take a break right now.
So
We'll see you
much.
on the
He
other
would've got
side.
inflated.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Floating Fortress. You probably didn't even notice we were gone. We are in the town. We head out to the tavern, and on this cold. Actually, it's not that cold, but on a winter's day where it's nice and chilly, you can come into this tavern and find a whole town full of people. And they look a little askance at your weapons and armor and your floating boat outside. And they kind of go quiet as the party walks in. And they have that moment of like, are we in trouble? Are we about to get killed?
I give a
And the
big
eyes in the
friendly
tavern.
smile and a wave, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hey, yeah. Oh, I know we look square fine." I'm like,
Hey, next round's on us.
like
I buy a round.
I'm
Hey,
He was
begin
buying
to
one of
being
those
relax.
real
guys.
cheerful and
Yeah.
friendly. It's like, oh, we're not here for trouble.
How much is the round, Koibu? Calculate.
3 times 30 people plus yourselves and everything. So 3 times 30 is what, 180 copper, 1 gold, 8 silver.
No.
I take it off.
Jesus. I give him a gold.
He's rich,
Never
this
mind,
guy.
I keep the gold, actually. Fuck him.
All right, 653.
Sorry, how much?
653.
Gold.
Don't worry about what I have on my sheet.
You've got 650 gold.
Don't worry about what I have on my sheet.
Yeah.
And carrying my bag.
It's honestly better the less we know about what resources we have.
You've got 3 times more gold than I've got silver.
Oh, you're poor.
Don't worry about it, dude. It's
I thought I was doing all right. I
maybe
had
he's
180
talking about his
silver.
copper. You
Could be.
know, maybe he's
Yeah.
got just a big old bag of copper that he hits people with.
Bang.
Yeah.
I mean, the bag of gold is much better.
Okay, I settle in. This town ain't so bad, I say, taking a sip of my
I
drink.
inform people since all of their clerics are dead, I am offering healing and a fertility totem if someone would like to buy it.
How do you, like, convey this offer?
I probably just cast a healing spell on you, and then I let everybody know, hey, Clerical Martha here, offering healing for a fee, and I also have been given a special spell from Martha herself, a fertility totem, so if you're having problems having a child, please spread the word that Father Cedric will help you.
One person at a nearby table kind of swings around. They look like they've maybe had a couple of drinks already, and they're a little more relaxed and able to have a conversation with these foreigners. And he looks you up and down and goes, Clerica Martha, where's your holy symbol? I don't see any symbols of Martha on you. You're a snake oil salesman, sir. If you were a real cleric, you'd have some rings around your tits or something. He chuckles to his friends.
Sure, you know all
Elijah
about being a
laughs.
cleric, huh?
All the clerics, they got the symbol of the god they serve. You ain't
How
got
do you
shit.
know I don't have that?
Where is it?
I have to show you anything, buddy. You want to see some magic? You want magic? Spirit
Yeah,
guide.
show
Boom.
me some magic.
I bring him out and I let him fly around the guy.
He looks
Wait, what's
around.
this?
The bar, everyone in the tavern looks at this like light floats around the tavern, moving around at the direction of Cedric. The tavern bursts into whispers and rumors. A couple of people flee in terror. Most people are just chilling, like there's a light moving around us. Magic is real, obviously, but like I wasn't expecting this.
I advertise my services to create cursed totems. Got an enemy? Make them unlucky.
That's a good one.
You got
If
someone
that's
you
real,
want to
that's
ruin?
sick.
You want to ruin their day? I got the totem for you, baby. The cursed totem.
It's a great ability.
So much. That's so fucking cool.
I think it serves probably a lot of Cleric of Malchus abilities. I think are best actually in solo campaigns, but like Curse Totem is sick. I love Curse Totem.
We can find uses for the curse totem.
Oh, you
time.
absolutely can. Yeah. Are you actually advertising the Curse Totem? I thought you might have been
Oh, no,
jesting.
I'm advertising. It's like, if you got people you don't like, I can make you a totem that would ruin their day for about a week.
The same drunk guy looks over you. And what are you supposed to be a cleric of, huh?
And I look at him, I say,
Jexel?
cleric? I'm not a cleric. And I cast Stressor as I like look at him. And I'm like, I'm so much more than a cleric. I'm a warlock.
What?
I give him like spooky eyes. I'm like, of course I'm a cleric, you idiot.
What?
Um,
He goes back to his table and kind of quiet. Some of the people at the table next to you finish their drinks quickly and leave the table.
As these two are flogging their wares, I raise a glass to Elijah and say, even if that woman was a terrorist, Elijah, I think it was really admirable the way you saved her life.
Thank you, Ribbon. I don't know what's going on anymore.
You made the best decision with the information you had. You know?
I think so too. I think it's easy to say in hindsight. It's like, oh, that guy was a terrorist. Oh, those, those numbers were actually all cooked. If you look at them with hindsight, you actually could totally see that they didn't make any sense. But when the numbers are in front of
Exactly.
you on the spreadsheet, like you're just doing your job, right? I don't really.
That's it. Everyone rolls a 1 sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
You took the best odds you had, but it got unlucky. It's fine. If we were in the same position, you'd do it again.
I cheers to Riven.
All right.
Cheers.
I started talking to Cedric about this spell that I have. It's called Tripline Ward, and how like maybe we could get some like really thin rope to start protecting our camps with this. If we can make a tripline ward. Anyone who crosses it will fall over. I know you're carrying a lot of stuff, but maybe we could get some thin rope. If you're ever in the shop, pick some up for me, and I can use this to defend our camps.
I'll get some string. Does it need to be rope or string?
I think it says holy simple string object to be enchanted. So I think a string will do.
Yeah, I'll get string.
You need a normal object, a length of vine, a stick, a pole, a rope, or similar object. String would do as well. And then you tie little strings around the thing in order to make it the trip line. If it's too thin of string, like if it's enough string that if it was taut and someone kicked it, it would just break the string. It won't work. So it just needs to be taut enough that if someone runs into it, or strong enough that it'll hold. Yeah.
Where are we on the map, Neil?
That's a great question. I think the town tavern.
We probably want to be, if we can, somewhere like down here, because we want to be near the boat place to get our boat fixed.
Well, I was just about to say, like, I finished my drink, and before I realized that my floating disc spell is going to wear off, so I really should get the boat down to the docks before my spell runs out.
Yep.
This building that I've marked in red is the tavern.
Can I already have... We would have walked past the docks then, because I have already dropped the boat off on the way down here. Or
you came in from the left side, so...
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay. I finished my drink, and I say to Elijah, like, oh, shit, my spell's about to wear off. I should really get the boat down to the docks and get it repaired so I don't have to recast it. You watch my drink for me?
Oh, I'll watch your drink.
Safe with me.
All right, I say that to Elijah, not Cedric. I come out the town, Neil, and I grab my floating disc and I start walking down the street.
Yeah.
I get about halfway down the street. I get a little bit nervous that I'm causing a scene and I'm on my own.
Yeah.
So I walk quite quickly.
Everyone that you pass is openly gawking at you as you push a boat on a floating disc. Maybe they've never seen a half-elf before. Maybe it's the magic. But you are garnering a lot of attention.
I pull my hood up. Will you let me know if I see a guard?
The only guards that you've seen have been those knights, and not another. Yeah.
Well, I saw the docks when we were watching the town from the hills, so I kind of know that that's on the other side of the bridge, so I kind of make a swift...
You make your way down over there. You get approached by some children who are like, oh my God, magic. What's the magic like? How's it work? And they like enthusiastically, I don't want to necessarily role play at all, but the children who don't realize that they should be scared of magic sort of flood you in the streets for a minute.
Ignore them because I'm a little bit scared myself. Mm-hmm. So I kind of just try and get past them.
Yeah, you can kind of push past them, and soon an adult will yell at them to leave the wizard alone. You can make your way down to the docks, and there's not a dedicated shipwright here, but you can find, you can ask around a little bit if anyone can repair a boat. And we're just going to cut right to it. You can find someone who will repair your boat, and they're going to tell you that, looking at the damage, they're going to need to make a new stave, which is the things that make up the boat. And then they're going to need to finish it with, shellac or something like that, but that takes a week to dry. And so if you want, I can just patch it up real quick and it can be ready by the day after tomorrow. Or if you want me to make a good repair that'll last you a long time, it'll take a week and a half for all of the the finishing to work, especially in the cold of winter. It might even end up taking 2 weeks.
Shit. When you say a quick job, how seaworthy will a boat be? Or lake-worthy, as it were?
I wouldn't feel comfortable getting, out of sight of land. I wouldn't feel comfortable getting too far from land at all, actually. It'll absorb water, and then it'll slowly start leaking through, and then the joints will be a little weak, and yeah.
We need that boat to work, so I guess you got to do it proper.
How long is it going to take?
How much is that going to cost? 1.5 to 2 weeks.
Oh, that's it?
1.5 to 2 weeks. It's mostly about the drying time of the finishing surfaces.
Uh-huh.
The stave and all that stuff is not that much. Maybe 12 silver.
Yeah, you got it. I hand him 12 silver.
He will unload the boat with your help and the help of some other people nearby. And I'll tell you, come back in 2 weeks to his little shop over here. And, it should be good to go.
All right, we need to go to the Dardens and we need to get our magic item back. Our
That was
bongos.
based.
Yeah.
Mm,
Can I dismiss the floating disc, Neil? Or
if it doesn't say it in the description, you
No.
cannot.
I stow it away somewhere. Like, I walk away with it, and then I know it's going to disappear pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I stash it somewhere, hide
so
it, so it
fucking
can
funny.
disappear in peace.
I just see some
and then
kids
push it
just
into
on
some
it and they're like
bushes.
pushing it.
Yeah, and I walk back to the tavern.
Right. The party's together again at the tavern. Cedric, give me a charisma check.
26.
Excellent. And dear party leader, Commander Shepard, you also were advertising Cursed Totem. Give me a charisma check at disadvantage, because that's a sketchy thing to advertise.
Dude,
like
I wanna
I'm
buy
selling
one of those.
curses.
Oh, yeah, natural one.
Natural one followed by a 35. Yeah, so it's a little sketchy. Showing up in a tavern, being like all cursed people.
It sounded like a
you get
joke.
maybe, but with the natural one on the charisma check at disadvantage, people took it a little more seriously than maybe she intended. But Cedric, you, by the time, maybe like half an hour after Riven comes back, one of the knights, not the guy who was talking, but one of the other knights that you had met, comes up to you and says, earlier you had said I met you on the road when you first came into town. My name is Kelyanis. You had mentioned you were a cleric, but I've heard that you are offering healing services. Is this true?
Healing services, and then my premium option is a fertility totem. So if you or any of your kids are having trouble, conceiving, the mother...
No, my line is very fertile. Don't
Good.
worry.
Good.
However, our own clerics have been killed recently, and some of our... Sorry, my dog is moving my camera. Some of our knights have been injured battling off the trolls in the woods and are recuperating slowly. Do you serve the people in Martha's name?
I give him a look. Of course.
He takes a knee. I pray to the mother of life every night. I hope that this is a sign that she has sent you here because we are in need of aid and assistance.
I put my hand
Will
on
you
him
help us?
and I bless him quick. What a guy.
Would you heal myself and my men?
Of course. Of course. I don't bring up the Koibu.
I'm sure. If you'll go with him now, he'll go with you now, but he'll also wait because you're a cleric and you're
Do you
doing
need
him a
healing
favor.
now, my son?
At your earliest convenience.
Boom, Koibu. I heal him for cure light wounds. Is he at...
This man is down... Oh, wow. He rolled great for hit points. He's down 13.
Damn.
He's at half HP exactly.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you
There's
can
a
give him
D8
a
for
nice
him.
D8.
He gets a 4.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I
Yeah.
can only give you
And if
one
you'll
of
go with
these
him-
a day, but lucky for you, I can heal as many people as needed. I don't have
Please.
any limit.
Come with me. If I will be happy to host you and your people for as long as you're in town.
Hey, all right, perfect. Come on, guys, if you want. We don't have to pay for a room anymore.
All right, yeah.
And while
Hey,
we're here,
Thanks for that, mister.
I guess we're going to be waiting a few days for our boat. If you'd like us to set up in the temple, I would be happy to set up in the temple to hear the people's needs.
It would be too, yeah.
Zephyr,
I
it
have
might be more like a couple of weeks.
I have prayed that Martha would send someone to aid us in our time of need and desperation, and it appears the good mother has answered my prayers. Thank you, fathers, so much. We would be honored and delighted.
Okay, this is actually really good, because inside the temple, there might be some old information. Garner. And no one is going to stop us, because all of the clerics are dead. So, how many D8s do you want, Koibu? How many people am I healing?
Well, so the party picks up from the tavern, heads over to this guy's estate. It's just slightly outside of town. It's on a slight hill. There's like a little snow-covered road. He's got a horse that he rides to bring you there. You guys have to kind of like walk behind him, and he'll run
Do you
out.
have
Like,
horses on Aknara? No.
you might have like one or two, but they're like draft horses. They're not like fancy riding horses.
Look at this guy. This guy's like rich. We've never been in a house like this.
That's true. You get to this nice, lovely, well, it's not that nice, but it's an old estate. It has like the architecture. It was built at a time when this place was wealthier. And you can see that like the original shaping of the house was really nice, but like some of the furnishings are a little old. The carpet's a little threadbare now. Like there's a section where something has been damaged and like hasn't been repaired very well. It looks like a house that's seen better days, but there's still plenty of like light and warmth and fire going on, even in the big drafty halls. You'll be set up. The four of you will each get your own private bedroom, and the knight apologizes at the state of it. You know, it's these are like the old servant quarters, and we can't afford to keep the servants anymore, but we do keep the rooms for guests. And he'll set you up, and he'll bring by the people that need healing. And you're going to notice something about these people pretty quickly. They're all kind of old. Like normally when you heal, when you got like warriors, you got like a breadth of folks. You got your young warriors, your middle-aged warriors, your advanced warriors. Here, you've kind of got like a bunch of people from like 40 to 60, and then like a couple of people in their early 20s.
I'll
and
ask
like the
about
mid-20s to 40s are missing. Yeah.
Where is all the, seems like you guys are missing a generation here.
We most certainly are. It's been hard times the last few years, and only the more experienced among us have survived. I've lost both my sons and one daughter in the
weird,
days
isn't
of
it?
toil. And
Who's been attacking you?
there have been a plethora of monsters, the New Faran Empire raids. When the Valicia Empire came to our shores, there was initial resistance. The less experienced among us fell quickly. It's not been a good few decades.
I hear you. I hear you.
Martha has sent her finest holy warriors to our lands.
Right.
Maybe things will change.
Everybody I heal, I also cast Blessed on. So who am I? How many?
Nice. Well, you're going to be here for a while, so you'll end up healing 15 people. Some of them have very minor injuries. Some of them have fairly extensive injuries. Someone looks like they've been badly mauled by a troll very recently. Other people look like they're these are wounds that they've been healing for the past few weeks.
Okay.
Does he heal 15 people in a row?
Yeah. They're not
That's
all
so
here waiting.
Okay.
But that's
Yes.
cool.
No,
Like
no,
an
no,
old
no.
cleric can't do that.
Normal cleric can't do that, but he
No.
keeps bringing people by, and you keep dispensing healing, and you hear the murmuring of the people around you, like as you keep laying down the heals. And there is a bit of wonderment, a bit of surprise, a bit of like trepidation.
I will
They're not gonna
say-
they're not going to want to fucking let you leave.
The mother has blessed me with being able to heal anyone who is truly in need. And I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
If anybody's having like the guy who was mauled, right, and looks like he's on death's door, I probably would have done a house visit for him, and I'll also give him a sleeping touch if he'd like it, so he can actually get some rest. I assume, you're in real pain.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Cedric doing his actual duty. He might be a little, pissed because he's not getting paid. And he's not really helping the party or our homeland, but he does feel right now like he's doing, for the first time, some actual real fucking good.
Yeah.
Nice.
We can probably ask them for advice about like old relics and carvings and stuff in the town after this.
Well, I want to take a moment to just check in with our characters because a lot has happened. I also, since we're going to be here for 2 weeks, want to dispense some experience points from last session and everything up until now in this session.
I just farmed XP. So.
Right. So, Riven, you get 988. Elijah, you get 1038. Shepard is 1038. And Cedric is 1138. This is for the polar bear, for getting lost at sea, for visiting a new town. There's RP for Riven's beach scene with Elijah. Elijah's RP for Riven, the scene where he like confesses the murder to Riven. Shepard's sort of like subtle gestures and like really good social manipulation. Like you've done a really good job, Shepard, with finding ways to communicate with the party that isn't just telling them what to do. You've been really good about exploring your body language communications, and I liked that a lot. And Cedric, because your character has been changing and shifting, and that's what I want to talk to you about right now. Also, you had a really cool spirit guide synergy.
True.
Cedric started off as like a poet, the most eligible bachelor, and then like the gods came and there was this gift or this curse, depending on your point of view. And Cedric tried to help, but then like felt like things were he was changing. He ate that fish man. He was kind of out of place. And now here you are, like gifting healing to this people in need. And I'm wondering, and you may not know, but like, what is causing this like turmoil within Cedric's character or these changes within Cedric's character?
So a big thing is definitely scheduling. His character has been shifting. But another real reason is like, I think that the party so far very much like errs on the side of like, well, something has shown up, let's, help them. Whereas Cedric is more focused on, well, how do we help our big goal, our people? And even though he's here healing these people, he still does have a bit of an ulterior motive of like, well, if I heal all of these people, they're going to like us more and they're going to help us get to our goal. So he would still heal someone if it didn't gain him anything, but he's definitely more willing to, because he has the magic, he can do it. It doesn't cost him anything, but a few moments of his time.
So this isn't like kindness out of Cedric's heart. This is like a ploy.
Kind of a ploy, but I think that this is probably the first time where he's actually helping 15 people at a time that he's like, holy shit, like, I'm actually someone worth a damn,
Even though you were Aknara's most eligible bachelor and the son of the blacksmith, and like had a good status in society, you're feeling like this is more meaningful to you?
This is probably the most meaningful moment in his life, that he is actually helping people. And it's easy to see. Like sometimes you help someone and then they go home and they're happy and their life gets changed. But this is like, I am seeing wounds on these people close and relief being given to them instantaneously.
You don't carry or wear any symbols of Martha. Why would you? You didn't train. But now that you are seeing the effects of your magic and seeing how well people, like how much people adore and revere a traveling healer, is that something that might change in the future? Are you interested in adorning yourself with her symbology?
Yeah, I think he might be. Yes, is the answer. We just don't have the money for it. So he's kind of like, now after like today when he goes and lays down and he just healed all these people, he's kind of like, it would be cool if someone gave me like a necklace of Martha or something to like show people that, because he keeps running into the issue of like, well, you're not a Martha cleric, where's your symbols?
Yeah, I mean, that's just sort of like bigotry. Like, you don't look like an elf, you're not wearing a green tunic, and you're not in a tree.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
That's,
Don't call me a bigot, Neil.
Sorry. Okay. I want to flip over to Elijah.
That's me.
That's you. Now that the party's exploring and running into all these other towns, all of a sudden Elijah has like knowledge to offer. Previously, like you had just been a good swordsman and you had some spells, but like now old Elijah is a valuable thing. Does that mean anything to you, or is that just not even on the? How does that affect you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it's part of what gave him the confidence to stand up to Zephyr a little bit earlier, but I think it's also that connection that he made to Riven. I think the priest was absolutely right about him, about how he needed to say something that was true to to his party. And he did. And let me think. So I think both of these things have inspired like a lot of confidence in him. I think he knows a little bit more who he is and what he wants, and he's a little bit more okay with the situation he's been put in, you know? And yeah, he loves that he can use his knowledge and his skills in this moment.
And what about this when you first arrived in this town, someone was like, "You're not an islander. I can hear you in your accent. You're from Justar's Bay." And like the vibe between them identifying you as an islander versus an Justar's Bay person was a huge shift. Does that like elicit shame or frustration? Like does that make a difference? How people, where they see you from?
Probably not. No, I think he still very much likes his roots of being from Justar's Bay, and the party has done a good job of not making him feel like an outsider. So I don't think that attacks any like insecurities that he has or anything.
Nice. And they let this person go, and then this person might have been a bad person in the end, and you fought pretty hard for them, and you felt like you rolled a 1 maybe. Where does this sit in your system?
I don't think it's... I mean, it sucks, but also, like, he's still a little bit wary of this town, I guess. And, like, he knows that politics are complicated. And he knows that he made the decision out of... Like, his argument was the entire time, we don't know. I mean, now he knows, sure, it sucks, but I think it's kind of like it's kind of consistent with what he told Riven as well. It's like, you acted to the best of your knowledge at the time, and I think that's something that he's learned, and that's a value that he holds true.
All right. Excellent. We're going to flip over to Riven. Riven. You're a nature spirit in some ways. Like, you're very attuned to the natural world around you.
Yeah.
You're mostly used to being on land and amongst trees and with plants, and the winter is always kind of a hard time for those things. And the party was recently sort of lost on a boat. We're in a situation, just a time of year where the natural elements are opposed to you and everything you want to be doing. It's a hard time. Does Riven get that like seasonal depression or that mood altering when the weather gets bad, or are you like in tune with all the seasons?
I think that typically at home, I don't think Riven's particularly seasonally depressed. But I think at the moment, so it isn't exactly the question you were asking, but I think Riven's a bit down on themselves at the moment. You know, like we obviously killed Casea, which wasn't great.
Yeah.
And then like Cedric's an arsehole, right? But he's done more to actually help people probably in this afternoon in real ways than I've kind of managed in years, probably. And actually, my only use is carrying the boat, which really is what Cedric should be doing, because he's the guy with the muscles, and I'm just carrying the boat at this point. And even Elijah's the one who stood up to Zephyr and got her to change her mind about executing the prisoner.
Oh.
And Riven didn't. So I'm not really sure like what value I'm offering right now. I'm kind of just carrying the boat, you know. I paid the silver to get the boat, but so I think Riven's a bit maybe not depressed, but a bit down.
Yeah.
Whether the weather is playing into that, I guess maybe as well.
Because
missing the garden, you know.
Riven's always been a sensitive sort, the sort to like reach out and help, and maybe not with finances, but with all sorts of stuff. Riven's always been like the spiritual healer, you know, of the group in the area.
Of the town, really.
Yeah. And here you are sort of off in the world and finding that your gardening skills and your herbalism isn't accounting for as much as, you know, sword blows.
It's all a bit overshadowed by magic, right?
Yeah.
And not particularly useful in combat. In fact, the only thing I've managed in combats recently is killing the Armator. So that's not particularly great. So I'm just carrying the boat, basically, and kind of depressed for Cassia dying. I think that Riven is growing a bit resentful of Cedric for being rich and self-confident and having these powers that everyone appreciates, and almost a little bit in awe of Elijah as someone who's like really got a sense of perspective on the world, you know, more well-traveled and knows when to stand up to Zephyr and knows when to toe the line in a way that Riven maybe doesn't quite get. And I think the evidence of that has been in this last encounter. And I really meant it when I said to Elijah that even though this person turned out to be a terrorist, I still think that he did the right thing.
Right.
By convincing Zephyr not to kill her. So yeah, I think as this day unwinds, Riven gets bored of watching Cedric heal all these people and goes to their room and casts alarm on the door and locks it and goes to sleep.
No, it was fine to let Osama bin Laden go. You made the right
call. you had to play the cards you were dealt at the time.
Well, I mean, a doctor famously patched the leg of John Wilkes Booth after he assassinated Lincoln. So you got to do the right thing. I mean, he was later hung for treason, but you got to do the right thing.
At least his leg was in good shape.
Right.
Last but not least, we got Zephyr. Now, you were the brand new overseer. You're the brand new commander. And at first it was sort of like, ooh, things are happening on the island. I don't know. And now, like, you've had enough time to really start to feel the burden of leadership. Like, the party might not agree, and you got to make a decision. People are pulling at you in different ways. The decisions you make have real impacts in all over the place. How are you feeling about your newfound responsibility?
Zephyr, I'm feeling that when we got into the position of being the leader of the party, there was sort of this perhaps childlike expectation that the good and bad choices would be obvious. You know what I mean? That it would be it was going to be easy. I know exactly what the right thing to do in every situation is. We do right by people. We minimize harm to people. We try to do the right thing all the time. We're going to know, we're going to know what the right thing to do is. And then she's encountered a few situations where that wasn't easy, where things were a little bit harder. And now that's kind of shaking her confidence. Like, if my goal is to come into a situation and sort of live and perform the values that serve at the heart of her, oath as overseer, right? To protect the people of Aknara, to serve and protect people in general, and to be good, and yada yada blah blah blah. Is it not paralyzing when the path forward to good, righteous activity is unclear? That you have to, maybe we should have imprisoned that person indefinitely until we knew they were a good person, right? But is that not evil? Is that not messed up? These are the kind of questions that Zephyr is struggling with. Like, how do I know what the right thing to do is? So
would it be wrong to say that you're when you realize what leadership means, it's not, fun commanding. It's actual like responsibility and hard decisions.
Correct. Riven thought
Is that sort of
commanding
the
was all
vibe?
about like making practical, decisive decisions. We just get more food, we do this. It wasn't like, should this guy live or die? Wasn't quite ready for that line of questioning,
Right. And then having to make decisions without complete information where there's just no way to know, and you have to make a life or death decision
That ain't
based on
easy.
your gut.
I suppose
Were you expecting that?
intellectually it might have been like, yeah, like I'll be ready to deal with a life or death situation, but then when one actually like comes up, you're not ready. You think you're ready, but you're not.
Yeah. How are your wardens holding up? Are they doing a good job of wardening?
She's a little worried about Cedric, because he seems to like he's lost a little bit of empathy somewhere along the line. He seemed a little like, but there's also a part of her that's like, what if he's right? What if that's the right way to be? So it's like, it's not like a complete like Cedric is definitely wrong. It's more so like, what is Cedric knowing, thinking, or feeling that I'm not seeing? You know what I mean? Like her initial impression of Elijah was that he's very wishy-washy, but then he did something that was actually very sort of decisive and bold, which really shaped her opinion of Elijah. And sort of similarly with Riven, right? Like Riven has been very consistent since the beginning in who she is and who or their values are or whatever. So I suppose like how the wardens are doing, the relationships are evolving, and Riven has, she's also been thinking about what it means to be a Malchus cleric and what it means to be blessed by Malchus. Malchus is the god of humans, and she's a half elf. Like, what does that even like? And you're supposed to make humans. Malchus cares about humans being strong. So should I lead people in strong ways, or should I let them make their own decisions?
And chaos and leadership don't necessarily go hand in hand, but you are the cleric of chaos, but you're also supposed to be like the leader who organizes everything. These ideas sort of oppose each other, don't they?
I guess figures into the chaotic feelings that Zephyr has,
Okay. Well, I'm sure all of this will develop in time, and we'll touch bases
Looking
on all
forward
of
to
this
touching
again
too,
at a later date. Let's go back into the game. And now we're here in this town. It's going to take probably, up to 14 days for you all for your boat to be rested and repaired and recovered. Is there anything you would like to do in this town? And this guy, this knight, is putting you up in his estate, his sort of rundown estate. And the meals, the first meal is kind of fancy, and all the other meals are better than you get back home in Aknara, but you get the sense that, like, these are maybe the leaner times for this place. They're still better than what you were eating at home, though. Like, you get meat once a day, which is pretty great.
Wow.
Damn.
When I speak to Cedric, I suggest that he ask the patron for information around, like, relics or old buildings from the Farron Empire times.
Oh, Riven, I'm so wiped out. Do you mind talking to him for me? I just, every day I'm actually really helping people.
I'll talk to him, Cedric, but I mean, you're the one he admires, I think, so.
But you're my
need more
friend.
coming from you.
You're not really doing anything here, right? So, I mean, you'll have time. It takes a lot out of me.
I could say that, like, okay, I guess I'll tell him that you asked me to ask him.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, you should get some sleep. You look tired. Like, you've got all bags under your eyes, and like your skin looks a bit rough.
So tired. You wouldn't even understand.
All right. Well, yeah, get some
Can I
sleep.
cast Sleeping Touch on myself?
I go mumble under my breath as I walk away.
That's a great question. Put it in chat. Puts a willing creature. Oh, it's a casting time of 5 minutes. No, you would like start to fall asleep and then you'd stop focusing on the spell.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I cast Sleeping.
Your shit just goes.
Jesus Christ.
You cast
I go to
Flaccid?
find the Lord of the Manor.
You just kind of.
I go to bed.
As long as he can hold it in for 5 minutes, he falls asleep
ultimate edging
immediately
tool.
Wow. Wow. This is not the direction I expected.
There's
the
gotta
spell to go in.
There's gotta be a second
yeah.
I go to find the
somewhere who's
Lord
just
of the
like
Manor.
cooking up
For
the
sure.
spell, like fucking Theobald's
Trichology.
magical blast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like a contortion wizard
True.
also who like
True.
spells them and then they do a crazy
People who talk
angle.
about this
Yeah.
are usually not invited back to the D&D table.
Oh my God.
Penis-shaped staff that fires magic missile.
Yep.
I go to find the Lord of the Manor, Neil.
Yes, you find the man. Kel Madari is his name.
Is he in like an office? Like I assume he's got like a big office with a big wooden desk that he sits in to do his paperwork.
You might assume so, but in this time of the year, there's not much paperwork to be doing. So you find him in a parlor with his grandson and his great-granddaughter, and he's just playing the role of the grandpa, hanging out on a comfortable chair near the fire, trying to stay warm while the grandson and the granddaughter sort of like hang out. But you're invited in. You're one of the honored guests who's welcome.
I
And,
tiptoe into the room.
oh, Riven.
My lord. Hey there. Thanks so much for putting us up. The food's been delicious and the beds are so comfortable. I just wanted to thank you personally.
I'm glad it's to your liking, my lady,
Let's just go with friend.
my friend.
Yeah, so I was speaking to Cedric. You know, I think he's sleeping right now. He's been doing really good work here. I think he seems there's no end of people that need his gifts. But I know that we're here by chance. We told you about our boat getting lost in the lake and having to trek through the forests to get here.
Mm-hmm.
But we are looking for something specific in these lands, and I'm sure you've heard this story a million times before, but hopefully from what you've seen from Cedric, and well, he's not the only one of us that has some magic. All of us are blessed in different ways. We're looking for something really specific here. You've heard of I lower my voice, the floating fortress.
Of course.
Well, as the Wardens of Aknara, it's our job to defend the floating fortress.
Then you've
And,
been doing a very good job.
Yeah. Well, we weren't sure what to believe after all these years, and I'll admit to being a skeptic myself. But things are changing a lot recently since the Godfall. Not, for ourselves particularly. But I feel like our mission has taken on a renewed sense of urgency. And around the place, we've seen a few things change. Some old buildings that have become more important than perhaps they were seen to be before. Some old symbology that maybe went untranslated, that maybe now some of us, and I say point to myself, might be able to find some sense in. So whilst we're here in town waiting for our boat to be repaired, I was wondering, is there anything like that in this town? Is there any old writings from Ferris's time? Some old buildings, perhaps an old temple buried somewhere? Anything like that? Some old artifacts? Any secrets that the sages of this town may have passed down that no one really remembers the meaning of?
Valicia is not that old of a settlement. Maybe 500 years old, something like that. So there's nothing here from way back when, but I have spent many years in Justar's Bay before the Empire arrived and for a brief time after they arrived. And I saw some things in Justar's Bay.
I can believe it. We are well aware of the treasure trove that awaits us there. However, there may be some other forces at play in such a large town that may stymie our efforts for now.
Most certainly.
Well,
I don't...
have a think.
Well, I have... I'm not sure how to say this, but the four of you don't strike me as servants of the new empire.
Well, such words could get someone in trouble politically, even in a town such as this. But I'll say that as a half-elf, my political feelings towards the Empire are strained, let's say.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine.
One of the things we've heard about is the old towers of magic that
Yes.
Ferris used to teach his wizards at.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard that knowledge of these towers and where they reside might be held in some of the larger cities across Ferodia. I know you said that Visaya is one of the newer towns here, and perhaps you guys don't have that knowledge, but if you had anything in that direction, I'm sure you're a well-traveled man. As you said, you've been to Justar's Bay. Maybe you've come across something in your travels.
I have.
Maybe there's something in the forests around this area that we could go and visit.
Well, the things I know are not near here. One of the old towers of the old Farron Empire from way back when lies at the center of Valesburg, a town far to the east of here in Solemn. It is a cursed tower with an aura of fear around it that prohibits all from entering. It is at the very,
Valesburg,
very
isn't that-
heart of the Valicia
Yes.
Empire. I have heard they are making the same ploy as you. They are searching out old sources of magic and trying to use them to further their aims. I have heard in the circles after their arrival the discussion of some of these things, some of these places, some of these towers they seek.
You'd be prepared to share this information?
It does not matter to me, so yes.
Okay, well,
There's a
we'd be
city
most grateful.
far from here. I only know its name. I could not tell you how to get there. It lies to the south. Its name is Valis. It, too, was once a heart of the Empire, of the Farron Empire, and there was once a tower there.
This
I
is good
overheard...
info.
Yeah.
I overheard for a brief period of time, right after Justar's Bay was conquered and the old kingdom surrendered, I spent a little while serving the new masters until I could make good my excuses to leave. They had been in search of a great deal of things. Most of their energy was headed far east, across the land. The southern routes were rugged, great plains, terrible deserts, horrid mountains to cross, and so they pushed east through the easy routes instead. When last I spoke with them, the lands to the south, in and around Valis, were as of yet unconquered. But it's been a decade or so, and I think they must be now under the thumb of the enemy. They also spoke of an island in the Dardanelles, which is I don't know if you're familiar. You're probably
We
older
are,
than I
yes.
am, but an island chain west of
Yes,
here.
ruled by the White Prince, a cleric of the of Astur.
They say he rules from a tower, an old tower of the Farron Empire from long, long ago. I'm at the very heart of the Dardanelles.
Yeah, we've heard that as well. Apparently there is a fountain of youth there.
I have heard such things myself. What I know for certain, what I have seen myself, are some of the chambers left by the old empire in Justar's Bay. There's a room buried deep underground wherein a wizard may cast their spells to, I don't want to say to no effect, but to no harmful effect, so that their actions may be observed. I don't know the functionality behind this, but if you are magically inclined, it may mean something to you. As you can see, I am no friend of these foreigners. these oversea conquerors.
Let's go.
But I've
Well, it's
seen
good
this
to hear you
myself.
say that. We, I spoke meekly before, but we are no friends of the Empire
It is clear.
either. Yeah, we've heard similar things about special rooms in Justar's Bay, and between you and I, we have some concerns around what Censor Corbett Krellis could be achieving with such things. In fact, I don't know if you've experienced new monsters around town, but we've seen summoning spells acting upon the islands all around Aknara. Monsters, owlbears, goblins appearing out of nowhere.
I have most certainly noticed in the past 5 years the increase of strange beasts. Most specifically, in the last few months, things have been. I've come across parties of goblins in the woods, mostly frozen, barely holding on, dressed for summer weather. I've watched them freeze before me and then vanish as they died.
Yes, well, it's not just in the islands then. It's happening everywhere. I think, like I said, things have changed since the Godfall. My elven mother used to speak of ley lines all throughout Ferodia. Latent magic that powered spells that may have laid dormant for a long time, but I think that perhaps they burn brightly once again, and maybe this is what is allowing the Censor's spells to have a greater effect.
Censor has been interested in these ley lines for a long time now. I don't know anything about them, their effects changing. I couldn't speak to that. But I know as soon as he took power, his immediate actions were not the organization of society or the bringing the island to bear. It was to send out scouts to find these ley lines, to talk to people in towns, to visit any place with any rumor of them, and make a map of all the ley lines.
Interesting. I hadn't realized that.
Those were his early orders. I left before I knew whether or not they were completed. I think he ran into a great deal of problems.
Not easy to detect, I believe.
Not easy to detect. And when the punishment for failure is death, people are happy to report bad information as a success.
Do you know what he intended to do with them? How he was utilizing them?
I do not.
This has been a very illuminating conversation. I lack the impressive magic of my friend Cedric, but perhaps I could conjure something for your grandchildren to entertain themselves.
Please. And he calls over, Lyra, come over here. And the little girl will toddle over.
I will take a step back to create some space and then cast Tensor's floating disc and sort of shrug at the guy and then pick up the little girl and place her on the disc and then give it a little push.
The man looks sufficiently impressed. I did see that when you arrived. This is your creation?
These spells, I didn't come upon them in the usual way. I don't know if you've known many wizards, but I wouldn't count myself amongst their rank.
I've not known a cleric who can heal 15 people in a day. I've not seen a wizard who walks without a spell book, and I see no book upon you. I didn't want to ask, but what in the name is going on here?
Well, I can tell you I've not spent more than a single day reading a book in my life. I'm much more of a practical person. The magics came upon us suddenly. Like I said, a lot changed since the Godfall.
We saw them come. Do you know where they landed? It looked like they landed in the grasslands.
No, I think I can trust this guy. I say, no, they didn't land in the grasslands. They landed in the islands in the lake.
Really? Was there a splash? A great splash?
I think they landed on land.
Poor people.
Yes, I think lives were lost, but you know,
Do you know who?
just the first few. Well, I know many of the people in the islands. Yes, I
no,
knew some of the people
who came?
Asked.
Oh. I shrug and say, I've heard rumors, but nothing concrete.
Mhm.
What about you? Have you heard anything?
We all thought it was Valicia herself come down, summoned by Lord Krellis. We thought that
That's not
maybe
what I've heard.
Maybe he had made his magics work, that he had found an old secret of the Empire, the old Farron Empire, and had summoned the gods himself. That was what we had thought. That's what we had feared.
Well.
But when the world did not end, I did not know.
I believe it was 2 gods, not 1.
I saw 2 comets.
Yeah. So I don't think Valicia, like you said, we've run into a few of their soldiers since, and from the questions they were asking, it didn't seem like they knew which gods landed either. If it had been their doing, then I don't think they'd be making those inquiries.
Well,
They seem just as confused as the rest of us.
Lord Krellis, for a time at least, was attempting to summon Valicia herself to rule their new empire.
Well, we can count our blessings that he's failed thus far.
I don't know who will stop him. I hope he just fails. I don't know if there is anyone here who could prevent his machinations.
I find in life that men who harbor hate in their heart come to a grisly end one way or another. I'm sure Krellis will be no different.
That's what we tell the children to help them sleep at night. But those who are willing to do what others are not usually succeed. Those willing to slaughter, kill, maim, murder, they usually achieve their ends.
Well, I suppose all us right-thinking folk can do is assist each other in living day by day for the good of the world.
Maybe in the west, maybe out of Arcadia, something will come. I hear there is a new kingdom arising, an Empress Wick who is commanding dragons, and that they are at odds with the Valicia Empire. I'm sure they will fail, but dragons are not a tool to be trifled with.
That's a long way away. Perhaps the Empire's reach is weakened by the time it gets that far. Maybe this new kingdom of yours can resist their grasp. I certainly hope so.
We here in Valicia are stuck with the day-to-day. Survival, making it through the winter, fending off the new Farron Empire.
Yeah, I heard that they've been causing you some trouble. By the way, do you know if the guards ever captured the people that burnt those buildings?
He shakes his head. No. The tracks got lost, muddled around. The horses were too slow. One of them broke a leg, had to be put down. Everyone else came back.
That is a shame.
Escaped.
If there's another horse injured like that, I believe that my friend would be able to treat it, so perhaps don't kill the next horse that's wounded if we're still around.
He is unlike any cleric I've seen before. I hope he can. The clerics here have tried in the past, and it has not worked. The bone has healed broken, and but your man, Father Cedric, is unlike anyone. Did I hear correctly that he's selling fertility totems?
Yes, that is something that he's offered to do in the past, although in reality, it's much more work than a simple healing spell. I think that to do so, he'd have to be adequately rewarded, or to do so for a good friend or
Yes,
person.
I just...
But yes, I believe that is something that he can do.
I've never heard of such a thing in all my years. I've known many clerics, many wizards. I've never heard of such a thing. I didn't believe it when I had heard that rumor from the tavern.
Well, I mean, I suppose he could be lying about its effects. I mean, it's a difficult one to quantify, isn't it? But he seems pretty confident in himself. He also suggested that he could do the opposite and perhaps sell it to a whorehouse, which is an interesting concept.
The
Wait,
man sort of
hold.
like
I don't think
narrows
I
his
ever told
eyes.
you that.
Oh, wait, really?
No,
Okay. if you
that's never
said
been
that,
told to
then I
anybody.
won't say it. Okay.
Okay. Well, I
Sorry,
think
you're
that's
good.
the end of this conversation.
Yeah. I say, well, have fun with the disc. It should last for around 3 hours.
And they will play with it for 3 hours.
No, an hour and a half.
Until
sorry.
someone pushes the disc and it hits the child and they fall in the fireplace and the child burns to death and another person is dead at the hands of Riven.
Add it to the list of my victims.
All right, team. That was a
Okay.
good, productive
Yeah.
conversation. Is there anything else we want to do in Valicia during these couple weeks of downtime?
Doesn't sound
Can
like
one of
there's
them
anything particularly
trade
here,
me,
right?
train me in bows? I know I'm not going to get full, but can I like get it started here
Yeah,
with a knife?
sure. You can absolutely. The night we'll, hang out with you and practice some bow shots and we can start learning bowery.
Perfect.
Bowery.
How much XP did we add up all the XP?
Yeah, did you not write it down?
My bad.
That's all right. I wrote it down for you, so you don't have to remember.
That's sick.
Elijah, 1038.
1038.
Yes.
That's a lot of XP.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I do not level up.
Not yet, but
I'm close.
soon. You're getting close.
Hello, good sir.
Zephyr,
So,
leader. You're in this town for a while.
I
What do
think
you want to
Zephyr
do? Anything?
is-
No, nothing is an
uh,
option.
Because the town has lost a cleric, Zephyr is going to spend some time learning how to actually be a cleric. We have downtime here. There's nothing else that we can do. If there is any other leads that I could potentially find about, Old Pharaoh Empire things that are nearby, in excess of what Nick has already found, then sure, maybe I'll. But most of the time, I'm going to be spending at church practicing my +3 blessings. I'm going to see if they have, if the ground is consecrated, if they have holy oil. I'll do sermons, confession, the whole lot. Like, I'm just like, hey, you know what? Like, we're stuck here. Let me learn how to be a thing. That's pretty much what I'll do. And, I don't know how long does a priest even hold church in this world? Like 4 hours? Is that like a 2-hour gig?
Well, man. Yeah, like you can give a sermon, but if it gets past an hour, people get restless and bored. Some people will lecture longer. Some people give the short ones. It's a pick your poison
Sure, I'll give it.
situation. The temple
I'll give it like
here,
a quick.
Oh, go ahead.
My sermon will always be like focused on these basic tenets. It's like the world is difficult. The strong inherit the world. Strength isn't individuality. It's about meeting the challenges that come to us and facing them and overcoming them, which maybe resonates with some of the people here who have lost a lot and that, blah 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 blah. That's the basic. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that the temple here is not consecrated. You can. It takes 4 hours to cover like a 10 by 10 patch of ground. So like if you spent a day, let's say you could do 2 in a day, you could get like a 10 by 20 section. So maybe a small room you could consecrate. If you want to consecrate like the whole temple area, it would probably take you like a couple of weeks to do.
Okay.
But as you look around the temple, you do find a large barrel of holy water.
Good.
Shit.
And this is holy oil that can be used to do better blessing.
This is holy water, not holy oil. Holy water, you would know. This is core lore that everyone knows. Undead are damaged by holy water. You splash it on them, they take damage. It's used in certain spells. It's a valuable resource. If you were in a city and you wanted to like just buy like a vial of holy water, it'd be like 10 GP per vial or something like that. So it's actually extremely expensive. It takes 3 clerics to make holy water, and they have to like all work together and cast spells at the same time to do so. And it's a useful tool in a lot of your things, and probably spells that you haven't come across yet.
That is
You're actually looking through your spells. There's not that much holy water that you need yet, but you
sick.
do need it for consecrate ground.
What's awesome
Yeah.
about that is I'm gonna consecrate. Can I consecrate a smaller room to do the extra special
Yes.
blessings, and then maybe I'll like, oh, if you donate a copper to the church, you get the +3 blessing rather than just the +1 if there's holy oil.
Ooh. Yeah. So it's +2 in the presence of gods, +3 if holy oil is used in the casting. You don't have holy oil, you only have holy water. They're two slightly separate entities.
Like at least give people. I can give people the +2 blessing, and that'll make them glow.
Absolutely.
right? Because they'll actually start to glow.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Fuck yeah.
Yes. And you can bless everyone in there before you leave if you want, and everyone get a nice +2 blessing before you head out on your adventure.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'll do. Is I'll spend a bit of time, living and working as a cleric. With regards to the holy
Great.
water, I will. That's actually kind of cool because we can kind of do like
You want to take some,
the
don't
thing, where you like, is this guy undead? Splash a little holy water on him.
you?
Quick question: like, who's in charge of the church? Would they let me take some holy water? Could I take it in payment for running the? Like, I could take maybe a vial a day.
Well, the people in charge are dead. And the church is sort of like town communal property because the town came together to build it. And so it's just sort of sitting kind of empty without anyone really doing anything there. And since the two of you are clerics, like they're happy to let you sort of run it. I don't know how you feel like lawful leader and chaotic cleric. It's just a barrel of holy water. You could take as much of it as you want and no one would ever know. Or you could try and take the right path and pay them, tens of gold for each vial of holy water you take.
Oh no, I think what I would do is I would see if I could negotiate. Like, oh, can I take a vial of holy water a day that I run the thing?
But no one owns this. Who would you even ask? There is no authority figure that has the like authority to gift this to you.
How much holy water do they have?
It's a 55-gallon barrel, and it's probably got 40 gallons in it. A vial is probably a pint. There's like 320. Actually, a pint is no. A quart. There's probably no. What's half of a pint? What's half a pint? Fucking imperial
Who the
system.
fuck knows, man? Use real units.
250 milliliters. Quarter liter.
All right, a cup. A cup is how many?
Oh my God, Americans will literally use
there's
anything
like
but metric.
640.
Jesus fucking Christ! It's one
There's
quarter
640
of a 20th of a swimming
vials.
pool.
Hey man, you leave my furlongs alone.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm running this church. I'm gonna take one holy water vial for myself, and I'm saying that is a very reasonable price. I'm blessing people. I'm running sermons. I'm hearing the confessions. I'm taking just one for my holy duties.
One per day or just one?
One in the...
Okay. Add one vial of holy water. You'll find some like ceramic vials in the cleric's area that they would use for this, that, and the other thing, and you can fill it up. It weighs 1 pound, water and weight of the vial included. Knock yourself out.
I think that's a pretty reasonable, because I'm working here. They still have like 55 gallons of it.
Yeah, it sounds totally reasonable.
And I even tell the Lord guy, I said, hey, I took a vial of holy water. Nobody's in charge of the church, but it might be useful for me. And I think, I'm going to take that as sort of payment for running the church. I let him know. I'm not hiding it.
When you run into Keltora again, yeah, that's so nice of you.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I took a little.
What about you, Elijah? What do you want to do in this week of downtime? I know Elijah kind of gets like a little anxiety when he doesn't have something to do. Or maybe it's not anxiety. Maybe it's just like relaxation, but you've seemed uneasy before.
Well, I think back when he was in his job, his main thing that he would do is just do his job, and then he would spend his time off at a bar drinking beer doing nothing. So he doesn't really have any pastimes that he can really go for. But I think What's Elijah getting up to? What is he doing? I feel like I think he's trying to hang out with Riven more, right? Like that's like his main anchor point right now. I think they were working together really hard when they were like cataloging the house and stuff. So he wants to see if they can team up again and put their skill set to use here together. He's very anxious to work and very antsy, but he doesn't really know what to do. Seems like Zephyr's not really super interested in giving him like a job right now. Or maybe he would ask Zephyr. Do you think Zephyr would have a job for him right now?
Yeah, I think maybe the job that Zephyr might suggest to him is helping the military collate reports of monsters to see if there's like a particular place monsters are coming from. Like, is there a monster lair nearby? Are the monsters disappearing after they died? Is there a particular like type of monster or quantity? You know, like, 'cause that would be something that would really put his skills to use, is like helping this town deal with the maybe they can't fit a wall around the whole town, but maybe most of the attacks are coming from the east side, so a stockade over there would actually take the brunt of the attacks off the town. Maybe there's like some vulnerabilities in the defenses. Like, yeah, I think Zephyrs would suggest that Elijah could use his skills to help the town defend itself.
Yeah, he's not really a military strategist, but he is going to offer up his, just skills of raw data handling. Yeah.
Well,
and see what's up.
When you go to ask about these things to see if you can like do data analysis or whatever on monsters in the area, you're going to find out quite a bit, actually. It appears this town has a problem with a troll, a specific troll who keeps coming back, and they've killed it before. They've even collected its body and burned it, and the troll has come back again. So something, some part of it must have gotten lost or whatever, and it regenerated and it came back. It's the same fucking ugly troll with the crooked nose and the big warts on the face and the thin hair and the long fingers. And that's a bunch of the injuries that Cedric has been healing come from this troll. And it's been sort of rampaging in the woods. They'll tell you, if you're looking at the map, on the northeast side of the lake, there's a river that comes into it. And it's right around this river that appears to be the troll's territory. Now, it's about a day away from the town, usually. It doesn't actually come into the town, but that river is a core waterway that the town uses to like go up into the mountains. They get all sorts of like useful tools and resources out from the mountainous area, and taking little boats up and down the river has been super helpful. And it's these boats that have been attacked along this river and people that have been injured or killed along this river. And this fucking troll, no matter how many times they kill it, it keeps coming back.
Okay. Elijah doesn't really know what to do about that.
All right. Cool. Another issue that they have. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We could be like, maybe we capture a piece of. I think. Would we know how trolls work? You capture a piece of it, you wait for that piece to regrow, and then you burn that, and that way no bit of it can escape.
Sounds like a great fucking plan.
Anyway, continue.
You also hear that the earth itself has come to life in some areas and swallowed up horses or people that have gotten in its way. It doesn't seem to be like chasing anyone, but just at times people will be walking and then the ground will open up and just swallow someone and like drag them down into the earth. That's only happened like once or twice. They're very worried about it, because it's, seemingly unstoppable. But they let you know that that's been happening, and that's more like in the northern section of the town, not so far to the east. Yeah. They'll also tell you about goblins, that, there's always been goblins, and once the Verossi Empire came, more goblins came with them as troops, and a bunch of those like goblin troops then left the Empire and just like decided to set up and raid locals to steal their shit rather than being soldiers. And these guys have been able to handle them, but they've also noticed like different groups of goblins that seem strange, that vanish when they're killed, that have been spotted in the area. And some of these creatures have been found wandering the frozen air, the snows, and just like freezing their little balls off.
Elijah's listening to all these stories, and he's going like, yeah, I think I can get that information into the right channels to make sure that gets handled. Let's circle back on this in like a week, maybe. If you have any more interesting data on this, I'd be happy to go over it. Right now, I don't really think I have the bandwidth to handle this personally, but I can see who can deal with this.
Excellent. And the only other thing in the monster category that's coming up for them are bandits. There's some bandits out in the area. These are humans, probably from one of these other areas that's had hard times, and they've just fallen on hard times, and now they're living as bandits out in the woods. And they will attack travelers. Sometimes they come into town and steal stuff. Valicia exports dyes. That's their like one valuable export. There's a type of snail that lives in the lake here that produces this like really lovely yellow dye when you crush it up
real
right.
life lore.
And you know about this snail. It's the snail that produces the yellow dye. It's the only place in all of Ferodia that it's found. So you've known about Valicia for a long time. Well, apparently the group of bandits had hit a wagon. So this is, if we were looking at the map, everyone, we're going to get into some economics. We all love economics. Once upon a time, a long time ago, Valicia might have like gone out here, or they might have gone across the lake and then down to the river and traded at Alder. These days, the situation with Alder is not great. And so Valicia has to like cart all of their shit all the way up to Isandria. It's like 100 miles, and it goes through woods. It's a huge bitch to get that stuff up there. It's expensive, and it can be dangerous. One of the carts that went out carrying a whole bunch of dyes, like 6 months worth of town production, got attacked. One person managed to like play dead. Everyone else on the cart was killed. The dyes were all taken. They were stationed at this lake when it happened, and then the one survivor made their way back to Valicia. So there's 6 months worth of dye production stolen by bandits, and at least the site of it was over here by this lake. That happened in the late autumn before the winter snows came, so maybe a month and a half ago.
Okay, Elijah's interested in this. Who is he having this conversation with?
Oh, that's roll me a d20.
16.
You're having this conversation with the guy whose house you're living in, his grandson, who's like 20 years old. He's a brand new, want to be knight, like a squire, I guess you would call him, somewhere between squire and knighthood. And he's the one that you're talking to, and he's just excited to share the problems and talk about the troubles Valicia has been fighting. And he presents it in this tone of like, look at all these terrible things, and yet we are persevering because we're this great ancient house and blah, 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 blah. And you're from Justar's Bay. The people in Valicia, the old families here. They're like fancy families for the countryside. And this guy's talking it up like he's hot shit, but like...
This guy probably has rich parents who got him this job.
Yeah, like you're staying in his parents' house. He's got the richest family in town, but like they're also sort of like country rich,
Right.
Right.
Okay. Not entirely sure what your name is, sir. So you said 6 months worth of dye production. You put the entirety of 6 months worth of dye production onto one cart. Did I get that right?
Well, easier to protect. It takes, what is that? It takes about a month to get to Isandria, sell everything, and get back. Go once every 6 months. Once in the spring, once in the autumn.
Let's see. He pours over his notes. And his Isandria. Right. Okay. And once every 6 months you sent, but this isn't. So this is 6 months of production for the entire town, or just 6 months that you produce specifically for your trade for Xandria?
For the whole town. We sell it in Xandria since it's the closest safe port.
Okay, that's a pretty big point of vulnerability, not just for bandits, but also like, what if, wouldn't you want to spread the production a little bit more? Okay, whatever. Okay, so
Are you coming in and judging me in my own home?
Listen, sir. Us accountants, we're just here to help, okay? We're just here to make sure to give you the right tools to succeed, right? So let me look at this. So is this the first time that this has happened, that a cart like this has been... You always ship your 6 month worth of dye there, but this is the first time this has happened that it got stolen like this?
We put 10 men on it. It should be enough to handle bandits. A good knight was there. A man who had survived a great many battles and wars. Unfortunately, the bandits had a spellcaster amongst them, and
Spellcaster?
the brave knight rose upon his horse.
Is that usual that the bandits around here are spellcasters?
It's not.
Not, right?
Rare to see a renegade wizard like that.
When was this? When did this happen?
Mid-November. It is currently like the end of January. I'm sorry, mid-December. Mid-December.
Is Valicia the only place in around here that exports this dye?
It's the only place the snail lives, is in our lake. You have to be careful not to over-harvest them.
I'm going to need some time, and I'm going to need some records. Have you heard any stories of the dye showing up anywhere else since then, being sold anywhere else? I bet you have. You must have contacts in Valicia, right? Sorry, Xandria.
We do.
Where you were supposed to ship it, and
by the time the man who survived, by the time the man who survived came back, winter had come. The snows were falling. We haven't gone back out to the lake to see.
You're in contact with your people in Xandria?
No.
Oh, you're not.
It's too far, and the weather is too cold. We'll have to wait until spring to get in touch again.
Yeah, so they don't even know. I'm just wondering, what are the bandits going to do with the dye? I mean, it's pretty clear that it's very identifiable where they got it from, right?
Yes, they'll probably sell it. I doubt the merchants in Xandria will care. The bandits will probably give them some story about who knows what, and the merchants will be happy to eke out a little bit of savings by, underbidding them. But that money rightfully belongs to the people of Valicia. We pool it all together, and we do it in one big batch. The whole town that collects the snails.
Right, and the bandits, they wouldn't have had an opportunity to go to Xandria either at this point, right? I mean, they must have less resources than you. Well, I guess they have a spellcaster, but...
If they left immediately to Xandria, they would have made it in time. But I don't know if they knew what was in it or what they're doing. They might have hauled it up. They might have left it by the lake for all I know.
We should look into this. Listen, I feel like you guys could probably benefit from structuring your shipments and exports a little bit more. Diversifying maybe a little bit. We can talk about that. But I think for now, I'm going to need some of your records of the exports and pour over that and see if I can see,
records?
Because maybe exports that maybe gone missing, and I need to be able to go over exports that you sent pretty much anywhere to see if the bandits struck anywhere else or if there's other shipments that maybe, went missing, to see if there's any connections there. And I'll report this back to my team, and we'll have a meeting about it, and then we'll circle back around to this, and I can tell you pretty much exactly what we're gonna do about getting your dye back. Does that sound good?
Sounds good. He shakes your hand.
All right. Is there? Oh yeah. Do you have a place I can maybe set up an office in? Because I'm gonna need a lot of time to pour over these records.
He'll take you to one of the many empty bedrooms that just sort of sits and collects dust these days.
Is there a desk that I can do work on there? Or?
There is. There's a small desk, yeah.
A small desk.
A small desk. It's not that great of a desk.
It's not really. I appreciate the bedroom and all, but it's not. Listen, what is your name again?
If I told you, I've already
John
forgotten.
Hancock.
My name is Sherna.
Sharna. Right. Okay. Nice to meet you. On the
Sharna.
by the way. Sharna. It's the Just Stars Bay accent. I can't really do that. Yeah. Listen. Really cool room. Great.
Good. I'm glad it'll
storage.
do. Thank you very much, sir.
Well, hold
and
on.
He walks away.
He walked away.
All right.
There's a lot of shit going on in this town that we could be helping with if this were The Witcher 3 or something.
Yeah.
And that brings me to
But, like-
my question for the party, Nick, which I think you're about to beat me to. None of this is your problem.
Yeah, I mean, we could be killing the troll. That sounds
The
fun.
troll does sound
We
fun,
could be
man.
recovering the die.
Elijah wants to
I
pour
think
over
both
the
of those are
records.
quite alluring.
If you got those bandits, they probably have money,
Also a
which you could use
spellcaster
to
who's
fund your
what we
own
could get.
projects.
Kill
Ooh, there's so much.
Potentially killing the bandits could be more lucrative than the troll. Killing the troll is probably just a death wish.
Yeah.
But also, like, isn't this repeatable in just about every town? Isn't there going to be some bullshit, basically? Do we
Yeah.
want it?
Sure.
Do we care about Valicia?
Well, we were traveling anyway to... Like, the place we were going to is Andrea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So if we
recover
I find
the
it
die,
unlikely that bandits didn't get the die to Isandria. So
I don't know.
they probably sold it there, but they probably still got the gold. Like we could we could go to Isandria and try and find out who they bought the die off and track down the wizard. Try and get the gold back for the town.
It
sounds like it's kind of impossible to get there
Should
right
we
now.
center the discussion around, like,
Well, we could go on boat.
what is the goal of our characters right now? Because maybe that will help us guide.
You guys maybe want to. You guys want to roleplay this, or do you guys want to do it out of character?
I'm happy to do it either way.
I'm happy to do
We'll
it.
play
Anyway, I don't
All
care.
right.
Well, if it's either way, we should roleplay it.
Yeah, definitely.
So we probably gathered somewhere, I assume. I
Yeah.
told you guys about all the little quests I
We
got.
finished dinner.
Real quick before we start
probably
playing,
that night
let
in
me
the
write down
house.
the options again just so I can look at them. It was Troll, who keeps coming back, right? And then it was die cart raid
Earth that
with
swallows things.
Wizard Bandit. And then what was the other?
Mm-hmm. I think they're the main two. There was also like the ground
worth having
swallowing
a
up
look into.
people.
Maybe
I don't
it's
know
like
what we
a-
can do about that.
Phenomenon that might lead to maybe it's old Farron magic, right? That has activated now the gods came down.
And
I guess so.
there's also the trouble with the New Farron Empire nearby. They didn't say
True.
anything specific, but they did have their clerics assassinated and some of their drying houses burned. So
Yeah, avoid
I think we should
politics.
stay
No,
out
I
of
think
that
I
one.
agree with. But let's. Okay, so we have those were the four.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to talk.
mhm.
Well, I mean, it seems
So,
like
Elijah.
the troll's the biggest issue, right?
Well, Cedric, the troll. I don't really know what's going on with that. I don't really want to deal with. I've never seen a troll, and I honestly don't know if I want to. Zephyr, what do you
I
think?
don't know if we necessarily want to get involved in the politics of this region, but I mean, killing a monster seems pretty straightforward. Especially, I mean, you've seen these guys. Like, all they've got defending them are old men. If we could take one of the troubles off them, maybe we keep some people from dying. I don't know if it's in our wheelhouse to deal with die carts, but I definitely feel like, we're magic. So
And speaking of keeping people from dying, the people of Isandria have been kept from dying for these entire 3 months because they probably haven't gotten their die shipment. Okay, so what I'm suggesting, Zephyr, that one took a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
What I'm suggesting, Zephyr. Do you know how valuable that
I don't know.
carved die is? That's 6 months worth of die, painstakingly scraped.
what's the What's the population of this
that's a lot of
town, right?
snails.
Yeah.
6 months.
What kind of production numbers are we looking at here? Like thousands of gold?
The thing is, well, yeah. Koibu, this must be insanely valuable if it's the only place where this yellow dye is produced.
It depends on the quantity of dye, but yeah, 6 months worth of the only dye production. That's going to be like 6 months of income for a bunch of people in this town. That's probably very specialized. We're probably talking hundreds of gold, maybe thousands of gold.
Yeah.
You don't really know. Yeah.
We're talking at least thousands, maybe tens of thousands of gold here, Zephyr. According to my calculations, he hands you a napkin where he like scribbled down some math. Now, obviously, it's not just
it, right?
Well, no, of course not. But we would play an essential role in enabling these exports again. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the way these guys do their exports, not exactly ideal. We could probably. The thing is, if we can find these bandits either here or maybe in Exandria, we could get a pretty substantial amount of, that market. Even maybe if this bandit problem keeps persisting, the wardens, our island, could play an essential role. They only do their shipment once every. They only do two of these shipments a year. They're idiots. They don't spread it out at all. Okay, so all we'd have to do is we could offer our services for protecting this dye twice a year. That's a job that we only have to go to twice a year. Okay, and we could make a fortune off of this. This is the easiest thing in the world. Okay, look at these numbers. This is we're pretty close, right? The way between Exandria and Valicia is pretty much right around the coast. If we can offer them a way of escorting, their shipments, this could,
you have a really good point. I mean,
okay, listen.
If Aknara is going to survive into the future, having a really strong economic base and power projection on the sea is probably the best path forward.
That's right. We're making connections with Valicia. We're making connections with Exandria here. Okay, we're building an empire.
The empire will build itself.
Isn't that what you said you wanted?
Baron, but nothing wrong with having a backup.
That's true.
We're going to Exandria anyway, so why not take the land route? I mean, we do have the boat, of course, but
wouldn't we kind of be fucked with the boat?
It seems like getting to Exandria is pretty hard right now.
Most of the way. Mm-hmm. We could take the coast up to nearby where you said the bandits attacked the shipment.
And they did have a spellcaster, so that's another argument, right?
That's a danger. But I fancy our chances with bandits
especially
and a wizard more than I do with a troll. Especially one that this town hasn't been able to kill. I mean, I know you're good with a sword,
and
Elijah, and I bet that flaming sword of yours would be particularly good against a troll, but
that might be
doesn't
true.
do much good.
Wouldn't we be able to do a raid with, I point towards the people who were here?
They failed thus far.
No, but now we have the flaming sword.
We're pretty powerful.
We have spells, we have magics. We could work with them. Can I give you a folklore check, Neil? Is that
polar bear almost killed you?
How to kill things?
Yeah, give me a folklore check.
There you go.
Well,
sticking with the pointy.
You know what?
I think
fire is bad for trolls.
Another question we have to ask ourselves, and I'll kind of lower my voice when I'm saying this, is like, how valuable is a friendship with this town anyway? They've only got old men defending them. I mean, our people are Aknaran, and it looks like the new Farron Empire is preparing for an attack. I mean...
Well, I mean, when these people age out, right? They got to move somewhere.
It also sounded like they knew quite a bit about the, history, and I mean, it feels like building these ties is probably a good idea. And also, if we follow these bands, we find a spellcaster. Any spellcaster is not unlikely to know some things about, the magical secrets of this realm.
That's true. I wonder if there's a world where we could broker some sort of peace between the new Farron Empire and Valicia. Maybe we...
I feel like would be a whole thing.
I like the idea. I feel like in terms of doing the most good, I think that would be the most good that we could do, is preventing conflict.
Aknara is the seat of the empire, right? I mean... if they truly claim to be the descendants of Ferris, they should have some respect for us and our role.
Although they might see us as delegitimizing of their claim to the Farron name.
Also,
Perhaps, yeah.
they kind of hate this place, so if we make strong allyship with this place, we might.
If we were going to do this, right, we would need to make Valicia stronger so it could negotiate from a position of strength. That might mean recovering the lost funds. It might mean dealing with the troll. If we could do those things, it might mean that the New Farron Empire thinks twice before pursuing their expansionist policies and might consider our brokering of peace more attractive. But this takes us far away from our previously stated goals.
Definitely does.
Listen, if I can be honest, I just want to look at some records and some numbers and find out how else these guys are screwing their exports up. But I don't particularly care even that much.
Well, we've got a few days left until the boat's ready, Elijah, so you can dig in for a couple of days, but we'll have to get back on the road one way or another soon.
For me, it comes down to what is the most good that we can do with the time that we have here remaining, without leaving our people on our main quest sidetracked. Killing a troll.
We've probably got time to get to the troll, more than we've got time to get to the dice.
You know, there was that story of horses being swallowed by literally the earth.
I'm very interested in that one.
Where do you start with something like that, though?
Probably look at the earth where they got swallowed, right?
True.
I mean, what, and get swallowed yourself?
Well, I suppose it's all together.
It just sounds like, you know, we're looking for buried secrets and lost and sunken things.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe there's a connection there.
Could be some old magic that has
Seems
awakened
tenuous.
since the gods came down. Depends on how recently it happened.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention it, but I was speaking to the Lord of the Manor, and he mentioned that he'd done some work for Krellis in Justar's Bay but a few years past.
No way.
And said that the first thing that Krellis did when he got to Ferodia was start trying to map out those ley lines that I was talking about. So there is something in that.
Oh, ley lines, huh?
Maybe there's one that goes through here.
Possible. I would assume there's one where all of the towers are, but there's no tower here, so.
Well, there's no tower on Aknara either, but
It's true, there
there's
are ley
definitely one
lines there, yeah.
Something to consider.
You know, maybe something like a troll's a powerful monster. You know, maybe the more powerful monsters get summoned near the ley lines.
Do the ley lines matter
Makes sense.
for the kind of magic that you do? Because I thought ley lines were more for the studious style of magic.
Well, the ley lines are ancient. They predate the new magic that Selma and the likes cast, if I remember correctly. So maybe there is some way to interface with them, but I'm not sure exactly what that would be or how. I'm trying to map out one back on Aknara, so maybe when we get some time back home, I can experiment.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But maybe, I mean, if you're feeling brave, maybe we should go looking for this troll, but
If we
you guys are the ones who've got to fight
kill
it.
the troll with
up
them,
close
it
and
would help
personal.
them a ton, right?
I feel like the troll, I mean, they would probably be very grateful, but I think it has like the least, it feels like it has both the least upside.
They might be willing to send soldiers with us, given that you can heal them right back up.
Yeah, for sure. I can also stop them from dying.
I shrug. It's something to do.
I mean,
We
if,
really-
What do you think,
what else
Zephyr?
would you like to do, Elijah?
I think that of the three things, that one seems like the least interesting.
It's the least time taken, though. Anything else will take longer than the time it'll take to fix our boat.
That's true.
This we could probably be there and back before the boat's ready.
And then we could still even go after the die thing.
I
once
just
our
want
boat
the
is
Rick
fixed.
and
so-
Morty
100%,
image where
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
one quick adventure, 20 minutes, in and out.
One small adventure. Yeah.
This is an X session,
Yeah.
in
Well,
and
that's
out, and we're done.
Yeah.
This is
This is like
this is
half
all
a
resulting
session.
us trying to go from one island to the next, and now we find ourselves killing trolls halfway across the world.
Is that our plan? Do
Yeah.
the trolls dirty?
Kill that
We're gonna
troll.
fuck up the
And
troll.
trolls,
All right.
they
We need
have
to get some
loot
soldiers.
tables,
We need-
ladies and gentlemen.
They do. But we need some soldiers to come with us.
Yeah,
though,
for
Neil.
sure. They have
Okay.
to.
Well, we will sort it all out on our next session of Floating Fortress. Remember, if you want the loot, you got to find the troll's lair. The troll doesn't carry their loot on them. So if you just kill them in the middle of the field, you're not going to find any loot.
I need Speak with Dead,
Here's
Neil.
what you do. Here's what you do, right though. You kill everything but its arm, and its arm will try and crawl itself back to
Right.
its lair to regenerate. And you just follow the arm.
These
Well, I
ideas
heard
sound
that-
great.
That seems crazy.
I heard that
Well,
you have to pay the troll toll to get into the boys' hole.
boys hole.
And
Yeah,
subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/saveordie.
If you want to see more boys' hole, because MrMouton, he will be showing a lot of
I'm
it
showing
there.
hole.
I work so hard to maintain a wholesome reputation on the internet. And you guys, with your boys' holes and your bear cum and your I don't even know what. My God.
It's all in good fun, isn't it?
See you next time.
I just want you all to know that I'm a wholesome person.
Not based on the company you keep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.